wrapped up that huge second half. And again, that's why that deal was made, to bring in somebody like Schroeder that knows what playoff basketball is all about and knows how to meet the moment.
Well, it was a great moment. We all now turn the page, and boy, Tim, we talk about it all the time, how each game kind of takes on its own entity, but Kenny Atkinson was pretty strong, saying if they're going to win tonight, take care of the ball and rebound, right?
There you go. Again, the last two times we were here, games 3 and 4, 40 combined turnovers in those two games. You can't allow that to happen. You have to take care of the ball here tonight. And then to Kenny's point, they got out-rebounded in that last game, especially allowing Toronto offensive rebounds. Keep them off the offensive glass.
And the other thing, though, too, Tim, you know, we break everything down, but when the Cavs are making shots, they're really good. And they were hitting their threes the other night, weren't they?
It's a make-or-miss league. In the end, either you make shots or you miss shots. And for the Cavaliers, the shots were going down the other night. And certainly, if that's the case tonight, Mike, I think they're in good shape.
The Raptors, health-wise, though, we've got word now that Ingram's definitely out, right?
He is out. So they're not in good shape as far as that injury list is concerned. Boy, between Brandon Ingram and, of course, Emmanuel Quickly. I mean, that's two of their top 5 guys, and it's tough to win any game, nonetheless, a playoff game when you're down 2 of your top guys. But listen, this is a great home court advantage. I'll give my props to Scotiabank Arena. They get behind this team. This is going to be a hostile environment against a Raptor team playing with desperation.
Yeah, and I think they will play that way, and we'll hope the Cavs can meet that challenge tonight, Tim. It would be great to wrap this baby up tonight. Look forward to your call coming up shortly.
Sounds great. Thanks, Mike.
Tim Alcorn getting ready to bring you all of the action from Toronto. Also, Serena Winters working the sideline throughout the broadcast tonight as the Cavaliers try to close out the series in Canada. You're locked into the Huntington Tip-Off Show. As we get closer to Game 6, we'll hear from the head coach, Kenny Atkinson, after this timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Somber presents You Are the Reason Tour. Fresh from selling out shows all around the world. See Somber live in Cleveland. Rocket Arena, Friday, November 13th, with special guests Dove Cameron and Hannah Jadavu. Get tickets now at sombermusic.com.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Harden, top of the key, bounce to Mobley, pow! Oh, a no-look bounce from James Harden to Evan Mobley.
The 2026 Cleveland Cavaliers playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want to see you at Rocket Arena.
8 on the shot clock. Mitchell steps left, 3. Tie game! Donovan Mitchell doing special, magnetic Donovan Mitchell things.
Secure your spot to cheer on the Cavs now at Cavs.com/playoffs.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery. Cavs fans, if you've ever wanted a real piece of the game, this is your moment. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Realists have teamed up to bring authentic game-used items to fans throughout the season. Be the first to know when new collections go live, get access to bid on exclusive items, and stay connected to the moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/memorabilia to learn more, or text REAL to 30594 to join the list and never miss your shot at owning a piece of the game.
Keys to the game, defense, pace, and making every postseason count. Now back to the Huntington Tip-Off Show with Mike Snyder.
Cavaliers and Raptors getting ready for game number 6 in Toronto tonight. Time to hear from head coach Kenny Atkinson, brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, your pregame one-stop shop that saves you the runaround. Coach met with the media and was asked about, well, what it's going to take to win game 6.
For us, it's winning the possession game. It really comes down to that. I said it before the game. You can talk all pick and roll, all that stuff. Are we going to win the scrums? Are we going to win the rebounds? We're going to take care of the ball. You know, I think if we get more shots in them, we have a good chance. But the 2 games in Toronto, we were minus 21 in the possession game, which is like, it's like statistically like really hard to win games at. So, our mentality going in there, got to be able to rebound the ball, got to be able to take care of it. Otherwise we'll be back here for Game 7.
Felt like you guys had some really strong closeouts in the first quarter, third quarter. What are those moments like for the team, picking each other up through those highs and lows to close out a quarter so strong and then still battle through the up and down?
Yeah, I'll give, I don't know. James has a serenity about him, a composure. He doesn't like when you look at him in a huddle, you don't know if you're up 20 or down 20. I think that helps this group. Helps when you get down. And Donovan's positive. He'll probably talk more, but James is kind of, he's got a steady hand. Your leadership is what matters, and to get you. And then I think it could, we got some energy to close out quarters. Because we weathered the storm. When we're struggling. If that makes sense.
Ken, you say the game wasn't pretty, nerves. You rallied back from multiple double-digit deficits. What can an overall performance like that do to even just a veteran group going forward?
Yeah, especially this group we're trying to get over a hump. We're trying to get to the next level. So, that's a real mental challenge to me, right? Like, especially in a game 5, 2-2, these are high pressure moments. You're down. You could feel the crowd getting nervous. I think we took a step tonight. Whatever happens in this series and all that, and next series, whatever, tonight was a test, and we kind of passed that mental toughness test tonight. Now the big one is like, can you go and beat this team on the road, right? Like can we go in there and go take this? Because, we haven't shown we can yet.
Yeah, that's the question mark. The home team is yet to lose a game in this series. The Cavaliers trying to change that tonight in Toronto. You're locked into the Huntington Tip-Off Show around the NBA. We will go next on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hear that? That's the sound of traffic when I used to go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up my prescriptions. Such a waste of time. Hear that? That's my grandkids playing in the backyard. Since I joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program, I have so much more time for them. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all my prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so I can pick them all up with just one trip. Grandpa! Who wants a cookie? Discount Drug Mart saves me the runaround.
Join the action on the court in Cleveland with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Cavs game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hear that? That's Ralphie, my poodle. And he's happy because he's about to get a piece of cheese. Yeah, there's a pill hiding in that piece of cheese, but Ralphie doesn't seem to mind. Cheese is cheese. I get all his medications at Discount Drug Mart because I know the Drug Mart pharmacy carries only the highest quality, from heartworm and flea to antibiotics and pain meds. And they're all at super low prices. So I can afford that fancy kibble he likes so much. And that makes me as happy as Ralphie. Thanks, Discount Drug Mart.
We're about 20 minutes away from basketball tonight in Toronto. Cavs getting ready for Game 6 against the Raptors. Cavs going with the same lineup they went with in Game 5 of Mitchell, Harden, Strus, Mobley, and Allen. While the Raptors tonight without Brandon Ingram, they will start Scotty Barnes, Jacoby Walter, Jakob Poeltl, R.J. Barrett, and Jamal Shed goes into the starting 5 for Darko Rajakovic. Well, the Cavaliers getting that win. Dennis Schroeder said the Cavs bigs of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are the keys to this team. That was a message he gave actually to his teammates at the half the other night. Here's Dennis.
We need the big guys. I mean, J.A. and Evan Mobley are the key to our team because we got two superstars, with Don and with Uno. But those two big men, they want to, like the top bigs in the league, so we got to use them. And, that's the key to our success.
Now, there you go. He calls James Harden, of course, James number 1. That's Uno. Yes, that's who he's referring to there. Dennis, he was a menace the other night. Hopefully that continues tonight in Toronto as we go around the NBA. And one game is already underway, and certainly a game of interest for the Cavaliers, Magic and Pistons. Game 6 in Orlando with the Magic, the underdogs in the series, leading that series, though, 3-2. Detroit needs a win today to force a Game 7 in Detroit on Sunday. The Magic win, they move on to the next round. Then later tonight, the Lakers in Houston. The Lakers once had a 3-0 lead in the series. Now that lead is 3-2, and they're at Houston tonight, as LeBron James puts it.
They understand what we're going for, and it's gonna be even harder, man. Like, every game is hard. It's so hard to close out a team in the postseason, to win a series, and this is our first time doing it as a unit. So, we'll see what we got.
Now they'll find out tonight as Houston, without Kevin Durant again, that they've got another great shot tonight to force a Game 7. Well, last night there was no doubt in this one, and the Knicks absolutely eviscerated the Atlanta Hawks. They were up by 47 at the half, and they win the game by 51. So New York wins that series 4-2, and now they await the winner of Boston-Philly. Yeah, the Sixers finally have Joel Embiid healthy, and they force a Game 7 with a win in Philly last night. So they'll play that deciding 7th game tomorrow night in Boston, as the Celtics now are reeling a bit. Well, the Cavs looking to wrap things up against the Raptors, and maybe they're banged up, but R.G. Barrett expects his team to be ready tonight.
When we're at our best, we're fighting, we're scrappy, and we're playing together, and that's what playoff basketball is. So I'm very confident in us, especially going home with our fans. Everybody's seen what that's like. So, like I said, we played a good game tonight. Give them credit, and we'll be ready for Friday.
That was Barrett after the game. The Cavs did come on to win it, but the Raptors really hung in there, and I would expect the same tonight, even though they are minus Brandon Ingram again. And R.J. Barrett really has been tough. He had 25 the other night for the Toronto Raptors. For the Cavaliers, well, Jared Allen, he was a factor down the stretch of that game. 3 block shots for Jarrett, and Jarrett puts things simply this way when it comes to the Cavs.
Honestly, as long as we believe in ourselves, Kenny believes in us, everybody believes in us, the sky's the limit for us. Whether we go out there with the second group, third group, as long as we play Cavs basketball, we'll be fine.
All right. Well, hopefully being fine tonight in Toronto would be a nice recipe for the Cavaliers to get through this series and not have to come back home for a Game 7. You're locked into the Huntington Tip-Off Show as we get closer to Game 6. We'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Some moments you never forget, like the buzzer beater that brought the house down.
Cavs out of timeout. Strus into Mobley. Back to Max. Half-court shot. Good! Good! He hit it! Cavs win!
Being a part of Cavs United presented by KeyBank means more than just a seat for tip-off. It's legacy, family, and it's your all-access pass to memories at Rocket Arena that'll last a lifetime. Join Cavs United for the 2026-2027 season and create more moments that matter together. Visit Cavs.com/enroll today.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery. Disney's Descendants, Zombies, and Camp Rock Worlds Collide Tour is coming. Celebrate hit songs from the movies, performed live, starring Malachi Barton, Liamani Segura, Dara Renee, Makana Knife, Hudson Stone, Sway Mbatia, Kiara Romero, and Alexandro Bird. More worlds will collide in a new, bigger show. October 25th at Rocket Arena. Get tickets now at worldscollidetour.com.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Inspired by Cavs legend Nick Gilbert, the Gilly Project and NFX fund research and raise awareness about neurofibromatosis, or NF, a genetic condition that causes tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. Despite the challenges of NF, Nick was a light and inspiration throughout his 27 years. Nick's legacy lives on through these organizations and his iconic bow tie, now a symbol of hope for families affected by NF. Help carry on Nick's fight at nfxdetroit.org.
Cavaliers and Raptors on the floor, getting ready for basketball in Toronto. It's Game 6, and here's the situation. A Cavs win tonight, and it's on to the next round against the winner of Detroit-Orlando series. Well, a Cavs loss tonight would mean we'd come back to Rocket Arena for a Game 7 on Sunday. Well, let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. For the keys tonight, we go to Jared Allen.
I'm out with the same energy that we did in the second half. That was what winning basketball should be for us. We're attacking, we're aggressive on both ends of the court, getting rebounds, stopping them from rebounding. I think if we do that, we can have it in the bag.
All right, hopefully that's the case. Cavaliers, 3.5-point favorites to get it done tonight in Canada. Well, that does it for tonight's Huntington Tip-Off Show. I'll be back at the half for the McDonald's halftime report. Brad Sellers will join me. We'll get Brad's thoughts, plus we'll check out the other NBA action, especially what's going on with that Detroit-Orlando game. And then following the game, it is the Cavaliers post-game show. Much more with Brad. We'll hear from Coach Kenny, Donovan, James, and company, hopefully talking about a Cavs win and moving on to the next round. The Cavs, the Raptors, they're getting ready for Game 6. All of the action is straight ahead on the Medical Mutual Cleveland Cavaliers Audioverse.
Let's get it.
Join the action on the court in Cleveland with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Cavs game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hear that? That's the sound of traffic when I used to go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up my prescriptions. Such a waste of time. Hear that? That's my grandkids playing in the backyard. Since I joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program, I have so much more time for them. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all my prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so I can pick them all up with just one trip. Grandpa! Who wants a cookie? Discount Drug Mart saves me the runaround.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hear that? That's Ralphie, my poodle. And he's happy because he's about to get a piece of cheese. Yeah, there's a pill hiding in that piece of cheese, but Ralphie doesn't seem to mind. Cheese is cheese. I get all his medications at Discount Drug Mart because I know the Drug Mart pharmacy carries only the highest quality, from heartworm and flea to antibiotics and pain meds. And they're all at super low prices, so I can afford that fancy kibble he likes so much. And that makes me as happy as Ralphie. Thanks, Discount Drug Mart.
The Huntington Tip-Off Show was presented by Huntington. Let's get more from today, not just tomorrow. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's get more from money. Get started at huntington.com. Up next, it's Cavaliers basketball. Brought to you locally by Time now for Cleveland Cavaliers basketball. Here to bring you all the action are Tim Alcorn and Jim Jones.
From Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Good Friday evening, everyone, and welcome to Cavaliers playoff basketball all along the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Tonight, Game 6 between the Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors. Cavaliers with an opportunity to win this first round best-of-7 series as they lead the Raptors 3-2. A win tonight by the Cavaliers, and this series comes to a conclusion, and the Cavaliers will advance to the Eastern Conference semifinals to face either Detroit or Orlando. But if Toronto can hold serve here on their home floor here at Scotiabank Arena, then the series will shift back to Cleveland for a Game 7 on Sunday at Rocket Arena. Great to have you with us all along the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse, and great to have joining me here in Toronto. She's been with us since Game 1, Serena Winters, who will be working courtside tonight here at Scotiabank Arena, and hopefully she'll have a celebratory courtside once this thing comes to a conclusion in 48 minutes of basketball. But Serena, as we've been talking about, this is a Toronto team that is now severely shorthanded, not having the opportunity to play both Emmanuel Quickley and Brandon Ingram now out for tonight. And yet, as I mentioned to Mike Snyder, I think the Cavaliers tonight are certainly coming into an arena that will be loud, and they're going up against a desperate basketball team. You just can't put this one automatically in the win column.
Oh, no, Tim. I mean, this is a potential closeout game on the road here in Toronto, a place that they have not won yet in this series. So it's going to be rocking in here. And you mentioned, role players stepping up in games. That wins games on both sides, and we saw it last game, right? So it can certainly happen for the Raptors. But last game, Tim, Dennis Schroeder was absolutely the story. 11 of his 19 points came in that fourth quarter. You know the saying, the role players win you games, and that was no truer statement than in Game 5. Kenny Atkinson saying that when they traded for Dennis, that was one of the things that they came up with, was he's played in such huge games in the NBA and on the international scene that this type of game fits him. And he said it started with him getting to the rim, and that loosened up his jumper. Then he was really impressed with the defense he then played on R.J. Barrett. But even more than his play on the court was what he said in the locker room. Here's Donovan Mitchell on Schroeder's message at halftime.
He said something, I'm not going to say what he said, but he spoke at length, probably for about 2 or 3 minutes at halftime, just about what he saw and what we could have done it better as a group. And then after the game, we were like, damn, I guess you were just talking to yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And got himself going, right? And, the biggest thing is when you have a leader like that, guy who's been there in those moments, to stay level-headed as a collective. And he really led the charge, especially in that fourth, right? But just being everywhere.
Now credit Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley, who both told Kenny Atkinson to keep Schroeder in when he was rolling in that fourth quarter. As Kenny noted after the game, that is extremely rare for superstars in this league. But hey, Dennis's message was heard loud and clear. It's going to take more than this team's superstars to close out this series and go far in the postseason.
It's all about momentum. They had the momentum going into Game 5 because they won 2 in a row. We played in front of our fans, and we didn't play how we should play, and I felt like I had to say something, to the group so we can rise and go, play Cavs basketball and play to our standards.
Well, Jared Allen also had a huge defensive performance in Game 5. Evan Mobley was really aggressive offensively, and that was something else, Tim, that Dennis mentioned, was how important it is to make sure that the bigs have success in this game.
Obviously, I would think they're going to want to get Jared Allen and Evan Mobley going early tonight. Take that aspect of the game and compound on it, because at that point it opens things up on the wing for James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, and right on down the line. So the Cavaliers have an opportunity to close it out tonight in Toronto. It's the Cavs and the Raptors, Game 6 of this best-of-7 first-round series. When we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups and the opening tip. That follows this timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
The biggest party of the year is here. Zach Brown Band Love and Fear Tour, presented by Margaritaville at Sea. Saturday, July 18th, Rocket Arena. Zach Brown Band. With special guests. Fitz and the Tantrums. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBrownBand.com. Don't miss Zach Brown Band, Love and Fear, live.
You guys already know Wendy's makes the best hamburgers with fresh, never frozen beef. And now we're taking the flavor up a notch with the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger. Yup, we put jalapenos and ranch on our already hot and juicy beef. And I believe introductions are in order. Meat, meat, heat. Heat, meat, meat. I can tell they're going to be good friends. So get a perfectly spiced hamburger only at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Hours may vary by location.
ASAP Rocky presents Don't Be Dumb Tour. Live in Cleveland. ASAP Rocky performing at Rocket Arena Friday, May 29th. The new album, Don't Be Dumb, is out now. Get tickets now at rocketarena.com. This is the dumbest tour of all time. ASAP Rocky, presented by Cash App.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
True patron love and all of us come back.
Basketball. Tonight, it's Game 6. The Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And tonight's Cavs-Raptors matchup along the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse being brought to you by Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cavaliers. By Huntington, let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank at huntington.com. By McDonald's, score a $2 large fry every time the Cavs win, only in the McDonald's app. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's a look at our Cleveland Clinic inactive roster report. Cleveland Clinic proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Cavaliers. For Toronto, 2 on the inactive list, but 2 big names. Emmanuel Quickley has not played in this series, and he won't if it extends to 7 games in Cleveland. And now out for tonight with that inflammation in his heel is Brandon Ingram. For the Cavaliers, there is nobody on the inactive list. It is absolutely clean for the Cavaliers. So with that, our Huntington starting lineups brought to you by Huntington. For the Toronto Raptors under head coach Darko Rajakovic, it'll be R.J. Barrett. Barrett, 7th-year player out of Duke, 6'6". He's been outstanding in the playoffs, 24.4 points per game against the Cavaliers in the first 5. Jamal Shead gets to start, 2nd-year player out of Houston. Shead at 6'1", here in the playoffs, averaging 8.4 points per game. But in Game 5, he was outstanding as he pumped in 18. It'll be Scotty Barnes, perhaps the best player in the first 5 games of this matchup. 6'8", 5th-year player out of Florida State, 24 points, 5.5 rebounds per game in the postseason. The other forward will be Jacoby Walter, 6'4", out of Baylor, averaging 8.2 points per game in the playoffs. And in the middle, it's big Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl, 7 feet tall, 255 pounds here in postseason play, averaging 6 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. Huntington starting lineup for the Cavaliers. Kenny Atkinson will send them out this way. The backcourt, James Harden. Harden, 17th year in the league, 22 points per game here in postseason action. The other guard, Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell, 9th-year player out of Louisville, averaging 23.2 per game in the first 5 against Toronto. At forward, Max Strus. Strus, 7th year out of DePaul, getting his 2nd start in the playoffs as he started in Game 5. Strus at 6'5", and against the Raptors, he's averaged 10.8 per game. The other forward, Evan Mobley, 5th-year player out of USC, 6'11", 17.6 points and just under 8 rebounds per game in the playoffs. Had a big game on Wednesday with 23 points and 9 rebounds, including 3 threes. And in the middle, Jared Allen, 9th-year player out of Texas. Allen here in the playoffs at 8.8 points and 6.5 rebounds per game. That's the Huntington starting lineup for the Cavaliers, as we're just about ready to get this one underway here at Scotiabank Arena. Want to remind you that if the Cavs win, you win. Well, if the Cavs win, they win the series. But if they win the game tonight, you win. You need to download the McDonald's app for the Cavs' $2 large fry offer. McDonald's, I'm loving it. 3 officials working tonight's ball game. Our crew chief, Tony Brothers. So Tony Brothers on the floor tonight, along with Mitchell Irvin and Justin Van Dyne. Our alternate tonight is Trey Maddox. Let's go back down to the floor and check in with Serena Winters. And Serena, the Cavaliers with an optional shoot-around today. So basically, they're rested. As I mentioned, they're healthy, and I would think they want to just take out Toronto tonight and move on to either Detroit or Orlando.
Yeah, Tim, well, if you ask Kenny Atkinson in terms of keys to the game, he'll tell you their number 1 key tonight above all else is rebounding. It's win the possession game. It starts on the boards. The Raptors really hurt the Cavs on the boards in Game 5, which was a huge reason. The Raptors had 14 more shot attempts than the Cavs. Cannot have that in a closeout game on the road. Now, Tim, I'm also curious to see what type of game Donovan Mitchell has tonight. He dropped 30 in the first couple of games in this series, but the Raptors have found ways to make him less efficient over the past 3. But he's also sacrificed himself, right, to make better spacing for others. You do that as a superstar since he just draws so much defensive attention. I will say, though, that in the second half of Game 5, specifically that third quarter, Tim, he found ways to get in the paint, which has always been such an important part of his game and opens up the offense for this Cavs team. So we'll see if Donovan unlocks something there that can carry over to tonight.
Cavaliers in their black uniforms tonight. They're going with the statement blacks. Black shirts, black shorts with the gold letters and numbers with the wine and gold C on the front of that black jersey. Toronto will be in their bright reds. Bright red shirts and shorts with the black numbers trimmed in white and the white lettering. It'll be Jared Allen in the center circle against Jakob Poeltl. Hey, the Cavs teamed up with Trusted Sec to support Greater Cleveland Food Bank's 2026 Harvest for Hunger campaign. Support the Cavs food drive by donating directly at Cavs.com/food drive. Cavs will be going left to right here in the first half of play. They'll be heading towards the Raptor bench down to our right. And that's how we'll get it started as Jared Allen controls the tip. Max Strus crosses the half-court line. Strus bounced left wing to Mobley. Mobley at the three-point line, had it poked away, got it back. Mobley left of the lane, feeds Allen. Pow! With a reverse layup. Oh, and then Allen goes down, and he's still down on the floor as he basically gets himself up very slowly. Left corner, Walter with a three. Missed it. Rebound, Donovan Mitchell. We'll keep an eye on Jared Allen. Boy, he hit the deck hard, and now at the other end, Allen getting a pass in the paint, and R.J. Barrett will be called for holding on to Jared Allen. The Cavaliers with an early 2-0 lead, and we talked about getting Jared Allen and Evan Mobley involved early. And the Cavaliers have done that. Mobley with the assist to Jared Allen. Mobley out front against Pirtle. Mobley left of the lane. Sideline left to Harden. Harden bounced to Mobley, and he got fouled as he rolled to the rim. So 2 straight possessions where the Cavaliers have taken it right into the teeth of that Toronto defense. And here's Evan Mobley shooting 2. Foul called on Jakob Pirtle. So Pirtle picks up his first. Evan Mobley at the line. A good sign for the Cavaliers here in the playoffs is that Evan Mobley has improved his free throw shooting. Finished up the regular season at 61%. It certainly hasn't been sterling against Toronto, but it has improved to 68%. Mobley line right. Takes a couple of dribbles, sends that first free throw up and in. Cavaliers now with a 3-0 lead. Again, the Cavs, a win tonight, they move on to face either Orlando or Detroit. Orlando trying to close that series out tonight. They have a 3-2 lead on the Pistons as Mobley hit the second. And right now, Orlando up by 3 early second quarter in Orlando. And believe me, we will keep a very close eye on that score throughout the ball game. Here's R.J. Barrett for Toronto. 4-0, Cavaliers on top. Barrett goes left of the lane to Scotty Barnes. Barnes backing down Strus. Barnes now heads to the three-point arc. Lob to Pirtle. Pirtle got it out front. 3-ball on the way and good for Jamal Shead. So Jamal Shead puts Toronto on the board. 4-3 Cavaliers. 10:48 to go first quarter. Here's Harden on the right wing. Harden back to the basket. Right of the lane. Harden backing himself into the paint. Flipped it up with the left hand. Left it short. Got it back in traffic. Banked it in. So James Harden follows his own miss. Cavs up 6-3. And Tony Brothers. Welcome to the Tony Brothers Show. He has just teed up James Harden. And James still in the ear of Tony Brothers. And James is a 17-year veteran. And so Tony will let him speak his piece, although he didn't like what he had to say the first time around. And now Tony's in the ear of Darko Rajakovic. So I believe we're going to have a Cavalier challenge right here. 10:33 to go first quarter. Actually, before we take a break, Serena, I'm going to send it down to you. Did the Cavaliers motion for a challenge? All right. Well, let's see what Tony has to say.
After review, the players upgraded to double technical fouls on Barrett and Harden. The same team will have possession under the basket.
Well, they got R.J. Barrett, so I think that was James's complaint that there should have been a technical on R.J. Barrett as well. They got it called. So Harden does indeed get a T, but so does R.J. Barrett. So they've sorted it all out, and it will be Toronto basketball. Cavs up 6-3 with 10:33 to go first quarter. Toronto going right to left, heading towards the Cavalier bench. Up the left side comes Shead, quickly to Walter, got it out front to Pirtle. Pirtle on the handoff to R.J. Barrett. Right side to Walter, gave it right back to Barrett. Barrett right of the lane, bounced down low, and Barnes has a dunk. Good ball movement there from Toronto, and they're within one. It's 6-5, Cavaliers. Strus into the forecourt. Strus had it poked away. Turnover, Cavaliers. Shed feeds right side. Walter, three. No. Rebound knocked off the glass. Mobley able to corral it for the Cavaliers. Feeds it ahead to Donovan Mitchell. Under 10 to go, first quarter. Cavs with the basketball, up by one. Mitchell around an Allen screen. Left wing Harden. James had a three. Passed it up. Flips it left side to Mobley. Back to Harden in the lane. Flipped it to Allen. Gave it back to Harden. Harden, lob down low, turnover. Here comes R.J. Barrett. Barrett to the other end. Barrett into Mitchell. Flipped it on the rim and in. So R.J. Barrett with his first two. And the Raptors have a 7-6 lead. Cavaliers again with a couple of turnovers. And we saw how that proved to be their death knell in the two games here in Toronto. And we were here earlier. Mitchell out front three. Good! Donovan Mitchell. Nothing but the bottom of the net on a three ball. Puts the Cavs up 9-7. Here's Barnes at the other end. His three, no good. Rebound grab by Max Strus. Gives it up to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell on the high dribble as he crosses the half-court line. Straightaway three. That one's off. Rebound Allen deflects it to Strus. Strus left wing to Mobley. Mobley hands it back to Max. His three. Bullseye! Well, that was a line drive missile from Max Strus. There wasn't any arc on that ball whatsoever. But Strus gives the Cavs a 5-point lead at 12-7. Left side of the forecourt, Barnes for Toronto. Out front, Barrett, three, swish. R.J. Barrett, he has been outstanding in this series, averaging 24.4 per game. Had a double-double in Game 5. 12-10, Strus left the lane, gave it to Allen, hooked it, missed it, whistle and a foul. As Tony Brothers is going to have that one on Pirtle, and that'll be the second on Jakob Pirtle, puts Jared Allen at the free throw line. Well, the 2026 Cavs Playoffs collection is available at center court locations and online. Fans score free shipping on online orders over $50. So get your playoff gear at Cavs.com/shop. Jared Allen misses that first free throw. He has really struggled at the line in this series against the Raptors. 43% for Jared Allen through the first 5 games during the regular season. Allen was at 71%. Line right, second one, in and out. Missed two there. So it's still a 12-10 Cavalier advantage, 8:15 to go. Colin Murray-Boyles, the outstanding rookie for Toronto, has checked in the ball game. 9th pick in the draft. And he has been just terrific in this series. Here's Barrett, top of the three-point arc. RJ, right of the lane, hits the brakes. Got it out front to Barnes. Barnes, 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock, lets it fly, missed it. Rebound Mobley. Evan Mobley with another rebound for the Cavaliers. He's going to bring it up himself. Mobley crosses the half-court line against Murray-Boyles. Mobley baseline left, had it knocked out of his hands. Turnover Cavaliers. Toronto on the run. Battle at the other end, drains a three ball. So Jamison Battle had just checked in, and he knocks in a three. Toronto's back on top, 13-12. And again, early turnovers plaguing the Cavaliers. Here's Evan Mobley on the right side. Hands it off to Harden. Harden back to Mobley. Mobley into the paint. Mobley left of the lane. Banks and scores. Evan Mobley not to be denied as he took it right into the paint. Strong to the rim. And the Cavs are up 14-13. 7:05 to go, first quarter. Sam Merrill and Dean Wade are at the scorer's table for the Cavaliers. Here's Barnes, right of the key. His jumper is good. Scotty Barnes with the bucket to make it 15-14. Cavs down 1. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell into the paint. Mitchell up on the left hand, and it bounced around the rim and in. Donovan Mitchell puts the Cavs on top, 16-15. 6:43 to go, first quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool and Cutter. Cleveland Tool and Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool and Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool and Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
Toyota gives you the power of choice with the stylishly affordable Toyota Corolla. Now through May 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Corolla or Corolla Hybrid. Excludes GR and Corolla Cross models. Or lease a new gas-powered Corolla LE for $209 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC. At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Mitchell out front three. Good. Donovan Mitchell. Nothing but the bottom of the net on a 3-ball. Puts the Cavs up 9-7. Allen deflects it to Strus. Strus left wing to Mobley. Mobley hands it back to Max. His 3. Bullseye. Well, that was a line drive missile from Max Strus. There wasn't any arc on that ball whatsoever. There's Evan Mobley on the right side. Hands it off to Harden. Harden back to Mobley. Mobley into the paint. Mobley left of the lane. Banks and scores. Evan Mobley not to be denied as he took it right into the paint. Strong to the rim. The Cavs are up 14-13. And right now they're up 16-15. 6:43 to go first quarter here in Toronto. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters, and we're going down to Serena Winters as she sits courtside.
Well, Tim, we're already seeing in this game the Cavaliers using Evan Mobley as an initiator, right, to help take the pressure off Donovan and James Harden. And look, the last time down, it did result in a turnover, but Kenny Atkinson still loves that look, loves the idea of it. He could have gotten off of it quicker, but that allows it to open up some space there for these guys. The other thing Kenny Atkinson talked about in that huddle, Tim, was just making this simple play. You hear that over and over again. He said a little bit too much dribbling so far in this one. Got to get off it quick against this defense.
Cavaliers shooting it well so far. 6 of 8 from the field, including 2 of 3 from downtown. Cavs up 16-15. Orlando's up 15 points on Detroit. 47-32 Magic. 5 minutes to go in the first half of play. Off the timeout. Battle went up, got defended at the rim by Dean Wade. Missed the shot. Cavs to the other end. 16-15. Cavs up. Here's Wade on the right side at the 3-point arc. Dean's looking for somebody. Wade finally lobs it to Harden at the half-court line. 6 on the shot clock. Harden changing hands on the dribble. Left corner, Merrill. 3-ball up. No. Rebound, Dean Wade. Stop side, Strus. Hold on a second. We're going to have an offensive foul called on Dean Wade on that rebound. And so it'll go to the Raptors. Again, Orlando, a win tonight. And that pushes the Magic into the second round. Of course, Detroit, the #1 seed in the East coming into the playoffs. The Magic have played extraordinarily well. At the other end, Jacoby Walter's 3 is good. Jacoby Walter hits the 3-ball. Again, he had 20 on Wednesday night. And that 3-ball gives Toronto an 18-16 lead. Merrill, lob down low to Allen. Turns, hooks, and hits off the glass. So Jared Allen with 4. Evan Mobley with 4. The big guys getting going early. Game is tied at 18. Here's Barrett into the paint, right side to Battle. Flips it in the right corner to Jamal Shed. Got it out front to Barrett. Steps right, shoots a three. Too strong. Rebound tap to James Harden. Harden through the center circle. Harden lob down low to Allen. Allen tried to go up, and he got fouled by R.J. Barrett. When we talked earlier, get these big guys involved early. Cavaliers certainly have made the effort to do that so far in the first 6 minutes plus here in the first quarter of play. Well, we know you're out there, wherever you may be listening. We're glad you've dialed in. We want to hear from you. Text in tonight, 216-440-9566, 216-440-9566. Standard message and data rates may apply, as Kurt McLaughlin tells me. He's already got many texts back at the station. So our studios, well, actually our studios could be an actual radio station. It's got everything down there. Jared Allen missed the first free throw, rattled the second one in. So Allen now 1 of 4 at the line, but he's got 5 points in the ball game. 19-18, Cavaliers by 1. Toronto to the other end in those bright red uniforms. Here's Murray Boyles. Tosses it right side to Shed. Lobs it right of the lane to Barnes. Barnes muscling into Wade. Pokes it away, and out of there with it comes Merrill. Merrill gives it off to Harden. Shoots it right wing to Dean Wade. Down in the right corner to Strus. Strus had it knocked out of his hands. Got it back. Strus bounces it to Merrill. Still 11 on the shot clock. Merrill against Battle. Merrill comes left of the lane. Pulls up, shoots. Got it. Sam Merrill with his first 2 points of the ball game. Cavs lead back to 3, 21-18. At the other end, driving by Strus and coming up and under on a reverse layup is Jacoby Walter. 21-20. Cavalier lead is 1. Strus left corner, 3-ball max. Bullseye! And then he has something to say to one of the Canadian fans sitting right there in that corner. So Max Strus has shot it well from downtown in this series. Strus 40% on 3 balls, and he's got 2 tonight. Cavs up 4 at 24-20. Here's Walter. Swings it right side to Shed. Shed holding the ball now on the left-hand dribble. Tosses it to Barnes. Barnes against Wade. Barnes left of the lane. Jumper. Swish. And Scotty Barnes, his 3rd field goal, makes it 24-22. Harden got knocked down in the backcourt as he slowed up, and Shed ran right into him. The foul will be on Jamal Shed. Jared Allen and Max Strus will sit down. Here comes Dennis Schroeder. As, well, now they're not going to let Strus sit down. Harden at the free throw line. We've got Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, and Schroeder all at the scorer's table. I think this will happen after the first free throw. So with Harden at the line, let's pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. James Harden hits that first free throw. Harden's free throw shooting in this series against the Raptors somewhat below his regular season. 80% against Toronto. He was at 88% in the regular season, but he hits both right there. So James Harden now with a 4-point game. The Cavaliers are up for it, 26-22. Here's Shed, left wing, 3-ball, around the rim and out. Rebound grabbed by Evan Mobley. So the Cavaliers up by 4, 3:35 to go, first quarter. Harden, right of the lane to Mobley. Mobley in the paint, had it knocked away, but a whistle and a foul. Tony Brothers walking in from the other side, saying Jacoby Walter got Mobley on the arm, and that will send Evan Mobley to the free throw line. You know, with Evan at the line, I mentioned, Kurt has said we've received several texts already. We've got Dr. Bob out in Albuquerque. He's listening in. Our good buddy Tom the Trucker. I don't know if he's on the road on this Friday night, but always good to hear from Tom the Trucker. Got Janitor Joe down in Canton. And Charlie listening in Joshua Tree. We're still not sure where that is. All I know about Joshua Tree is that it's a U2 album. Great album by U2. As Evan Mobley hits that first free throw. So Evans 3 of 3 from the line tonight. Cavs up 5, 27-22. And Evans now 4 of 4. And the Cavaliers with a 6-point lead, 28-22, 3:25 to go here in the first quarter of play. Here's Scotty Barnes, top of the key against Evan Mobley. That battle within the war. Barnes, right of the lane, turns, shoots, hits. He loves playing against Evan Mobley. 28-24. Raptors back to within 4. Schroeder underhands it to Donovan Mitchell, and now Dean Wade called for the offensive foul. Only Tony Brothers is making his presence felt here in the first quarter of play. And as the Cavaliers will get back defensively, 28-24. They're up 4. Raptors with the basketball. Barnes left of the key, pulls up, left it short. Rebound ricochets around. Dean Wade scooped it up, gave it to Schroeder. Schroeder up the left sideline, coming off that magnificent game on Wednesday night when he had 19, 11 in the fourth. Schroeder lobs to Mobley, left of the lane. Mobley, heavy traffic, spinning on the baseline, flipped it up and in. Oh, Evan Mobley like he was at dance school. How about the footwork there? Makes it 30-24. Cavaliers by 6. Shed into the lane, short shot, big bounce around the rim and out. Rebound Mobley. Tosses it to Mitchell. Mitchell up the right side in front of the scorer's table. Mitchell now to the center circle. Donovan changing hands on the dribble. Crossover dribble. Top of the key. Steps back. 3-ball missed. A rebound grab by Mamu Kilishvili, who's checked in for Toronto. And at the other end, we've got a whistle and a foul, as they'll get Dennis Schroeder for hanging on to Colin Murray Boyles. And that'll bring a timeout on the floor. 2:05 to go, first quarter. Cavs off to a good start as they look to close out this series against the Raptors. 30-24. Cavs lead Toronto here at Scotiabank Arena and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Rod Stewart. A night of hit after hit after hit. August 11th, Rocket Arena. Rod Stewart with special guest Richard Marks. Tickets on sale now at rocketarena.com. Don't miss an electrifying night with the icon, Rod Stewart. One last time.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Smell rotten eggs? Hear a hissing sound? Or see bubbling water or blowing dirt? That could be a natural gas leak. Enbridge Gas Ohio reminds you, first move your feet, then call when you're down the street. And remember, if you're building a fence or planting a vegetable garden, state law requires you to call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. Whether you're an individual or a contractor, it's simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. For more information, visit enbridgegas.com/Ohio/safety.
Cruz bounces it to Merrill. Still 11 on the shot clock. Merrill against Battle. Merrill comes left of the lane. Pulls up, shoots, got it! Sam Merrill with his first 2 points of the ball game. Cavs lead back to 3, 21-18. Cavalier lead is 1. Strus left corner, 3-ball max. Bullseye! And then he has something to say to one of the Canadian fans sitting right there in that corner. Schroeder lobs to Mobley, left of the lane. Mobley, heavy traffic, spinning on the baseline, flipped it up and in. Oh, Evan Mobley like he was at dance school. How about the footwork there? Makes it 30-24. Cavaliers by 6. And that's where we are right now, 30-24. Cavaliers by 6. 2:05 to go first quarter here at Scotiabank Arena. Cavaliers looking to close out this series and move on to the second round against either Orlando or Detroit. And I'll tell you what, right now, it looks like Orlando. Now, there's a long way to go, but Orlando leading Detroit by 22 points in the waning seconds of the first half in Orlando. And, of course, if it's the Cavs and the Magic, Cavaliers will have home court advantage in that Eastern Conference semifinal series. And keeping an eye on that one throughout the night. Barnes gives it on the baseline, and there's Murray Boyles with a thunderous dunk. Colin Murray Boyles with the dunk as Toronto executes off the timeout, gets back to within 4 at 30-26. Cavs with the ball. Mobley off to a good start. Fires out front to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder in between the circles. Schroeder left of the lane, into the lane, run of the lane, flipped it up, missed it. Rebound grab by Mamu, and now Toronto's on the run. Barrett left of the lane, drives, bangs some scores. That's what they want to do. Get out and push the pace. And the Raptors are back to within 2 at 30-28. Mobley on the left wing, hands it off to Merrill. Merrill fires out front to Schroeder. Schroeder with 10 on the shot clock. Dennis into the paint, flipped it up. Nobody got knocked down, and a foul will be called. That puts Dennis Schroeder at the free throw line. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters here in Toronto, and with Schroeder heading to the line to shoot 2. Let's check in with Serena as she sits courtside. Serena?
Well, Tim, one of the things that Kenny said in that last huddle was that he loved the defense that they've been playing so far in that first quarter. One of the things I will say, though, Tim, I'm noticing I'd love to see Dean Wade be a little bit more active offensively. He's yet to take a shot yet in this game, and we saw in Game 5 he was really able to open up the offense with his shot taking. He was 3 of 10 in that game, but it really opened up the floor, so would love to see a little bit more aggression from him offensively.
Schroeder hit that first free throw. Cavaliers now 8 of 11 at the line. Toronto has yet to shoot a free throw. And Schroeder will have one more. Cavaliers right now with Donovan Mitchell, Sam Merrill, Dennis Schroeder, Dean Wade, and Evan Mobley. Schroeder second toss. Got it. So Dennis Schroeder with his first 2 points of the ball game. And the Cavalier lead is 4 at 32-28. Again, this Toronto team, they're not going to go away tonight. They may be shorthanded, but playing with that desperate feel. Here's Barrett left of the lane, leans in, shoots, missed it. RJ got it back in traffic, went up and down with the ball, and now a whistle and a foul is called as they'll get that one on Sam Merrill. So that'll put Barrett at the free throw line. Again, the texts keep pouring in. Love to hear from you on a Friday night. Great to have you with us, no matter where you're listening. We've got Alice. She's down in Ashland listening tonight. We've got Lonnie in Sugar Creek. Sugar Creek, that's down there in Amish country. Got our good friends, Amy and Jared from WJER, our affiliate in Dover, New Philly. Amy and Jared, great to have you listening in. We've got Audra in Lorraine. So Audra has dialed in as well as RJ Barrett hits them both. Just tickle pink to have all you folks dialed in. 32-30. Cavaliers have their lead cut to 2. Here's Schroeder, right of the lane. Turnover as he lost it. And out of there with it comes Toronto. Mamu gets it down the floor to Barnes. Hits the brakes. Got it back out front to Mamu. Mamu, right of the lane. He's got an easy layup, and we've got a tie game. Sandro Mamu Kilishvili ties the game at 32. Cavs can play for the final shot here in the first quarter. Here's Donovan Mitchell out near the half-court line. Mitchell with 10 on the clock. Mitchell picked up by R.J. Barrett. Mitchell 5 on the clock. Mitchell left of the lane in traffic. Bounced to Mobley. Mobley lost it. Grabbed by Schroeder out to Merrill. 3. No! And that ends the first quarter of play. Raptors close out the first quarter on an 8-2 run. And we are tied. Cavs 32, Raptors 32 at the end of one in Toronto. And on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
The Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, known as LECOM, is a proud partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. LECOM, the nation's largest and most applied-to medical school, is just 90 minutes from Cleveland and trains the next generation of doctors, dentists, pharmacists, and podiatrists. At LECOM, we expand the boundaries of medical knowledge, challenging our students and preparing them to realize their potential. Visit lecom.edu to learn more. At LECOM, we make dreams a reality. We make doctors.
Hear that? That's the sound of your valuable free time ticking away as you go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up your prescriptions. Hear that? No? That's because you've joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all your prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so you can pick them all up with just one trip, which means your free time is yours to do whatever you want, or nothing at all. Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavs and Raptors tied at 32 here in Toronto. Game 6 of this best-of-7 series. Cavs up 3-2, looking to close this out. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters. We're in Toronto at Scotiabank Arena. Back in the studios at Rocket Arena. Brad Sellers, Mike Snyder. Guys, some thoughts on the first 12 minutes of basketball.
Well, Tim, the Cavs were looking good. Had that 6-point lead, Brad, but the Raptors closed it out. I think we can see in Toronto they've got a lot of fight in them, don't they?
They got a lot of fight, but the good thing is after one quarter, it's steady as she goes. We're right here. We're going to the second quarter. Defensively, I want to see us lock in defensively. No easy looks. I can't let Scotty Barnes and R.J. Barrett get going. They've got 9 and 8 points respectively. And then lastly, we've got to just match the intensity of the Toronto Raptors here in this second quarter here. This is quarter by quarter, Mike. That's how we're going to win. Serena, just keep letting me know what they're saying in that huddle because they've got to be lit up in that huddle.
Possession by possession, 5 turnovers for the Cavs, 7 points. They are getting to the line. And, Brad, they've done a good job on the board so far, though.
They have. Evan Mobley's been outstanding, right? He's been outstanding defensively, grabbing everything off the glass. So at this point, we're just going to continue to go that way for the next 12 minutes. Here.
All right, let's go back to Tim and Serena in Toronto.
Like great stuff from two guys that know their hoops. Mike Snyder, Brad Sellers in the studios. And, of course, they're coming up at the half of McDonald's halftime report. Toronto with the ball to start the second quarter. Here's Scotty Barnes, one of the lane against Jalen Tyson, who's checked in. Barnes hooks and scores from the baseline. Here's Scotty Barnes, 10 points, 34-32. Raptors by 2. Second quarter just underway. Mitchell, right wing, throws up a 3-ball. Got fouled. I don't think they'll give him the 3 free throws. No, they won't. Cavs will inbound near side. Serena, quick thoughts on what you saw in the first quarter and what may have been said in that huddle.
Well, only because Brad said he kept wanting it, right? The big thing was, hey, we got to continue to hit first, and that you saw how hard we had to work defensively to close that quarter. They need that the entire game. So I do love, though, Tim, though, Brad mentioned the rebounding. They've won the rebounding there, battle in that first quarter. That's what Kenny Atkinson wanted.
Here's Mitchell, running the lane. Donovan hits the brakes in traffic. Now he'll bank high off the glass and miss. Rebound grab by Scotty Barnes. Toronto up 34-32, early second quarter at Scotiabank Arena. Here's Barnes, top of the three-point arc. pulls up, shoots, left it short. Ball tapped out front, race for it. Barnes took it away from Schroeder. Barnes left in the lane, got it out front. Barrett, 3, swish. R.J. Barrett, he's got 12. So it's the killer bees of Barrett and Barnes. R.J. with 12, Barnes with 10. 37-32, Raptors by 5. Mobley, 3. That's a brick rebound grab by Mamu. So Toronto to the other end. They've got the momentum and a 5-point lead. Here's R.J. Barrett, topside against Tyson. Lob down low to Barnes. Barnes backing down Mitchell. Barnes got it out front. 3-ball shed. In and out. Rebound Tyson. By the way, Thomas Bryant also in the game for the Cavaliers. And now at the other end, got a whistle and a foul. Bryant got involved in a collision with R.J. Barrett. And the foul will be called on R.J. Barrett. And for R.J. Barrett, that is his 3rd foul. Boy, let's see if Toronto challenges this, because that's a huge call. R.J. saying, take a look at this. But Darko Rajakovic shakes his head no, and I think that'll bring Barrett out of the game with those 3 fouls. Hey, be a part of Cavs United, presented by KeyBank, and start making more moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/enroll to lock in your 26-27 Cavs United membership. So indeed, Barrett will sit down with those 3 fouls, and the Cavs with another turnover. Mitchell lost it. Shed tried to bounce it behind him. Ball stabbed by Harden, though. Down the floor to Mitchell, right wing. 3-ball Donovan. No rebound. Fought for, and they'll get Thomas Bryant with the foul for the Cavaliers. So Bryant picks up that foul. Raptors up 37-32. Early second quarter in Toronto. Again, Orlando is up by 22 over Detroit at the half, 60-38. Here's Shed, sideline right, and he just lost that ball like a greased pig. Went right through his hands. It just slithered away. Goes out of bounds, and it goes back to the Cavaliers. We've got some turnover bugaboos here in the second quarter of play. Here's Mitchell, bounce to Thomas Bryant, swings it left side to Tyson. Tyson, right of the lane, pulls up. That's an awful shot, and a foul will be called on Jalen Tyson. Now, Tyson didn't have the angle, was being bodied up defensively, and Tyson picks up that offensive foul. As Tony Brothers will once again head over to the scorers table. Not sure if the Cavaliers are challenging this. Yep, they are. So Kenny Atkinson says, I want you folks to take a look at this. 37-32. Cavaliers down by 5. 9:44 to go first half. They'll check in with the replay folks in Secaucus. Marat Kogut, Natalie Sago, the replay officials in New Jersey. We'll take a timeout and let you know how it results after this on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Home means everything to you. So when rates drop, you don't just sit back. Rocket Mortgage watches the market to help you save money when the time is right. We make refinancing simple and savings even simpler. Never miss a new lower monthly payment with Rocket Mortgage. Learn more at rocketmortgage.com or call 1-800-4ROCKET for cost information and conditions. Conditions apply. Not a commitment to lend. Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
Cavs fans, when the Cavs win, so do you. For 24 hours after every Cavs victory, you score $5 off all made-to-order food at any Get-Go Market and Cafe. Plus, 500 bonus Cavs rewards points to use towards awesome prizes like Cavs merch, tickets, and exclusive experiences. Just log into the Cavs app and select the Rewards tab and click on the Get-Go offer. Not a member yet? It's free and easy to join at Cavs.com/rewards or in the Cavs app. Join Cavs Rewards now and taste the victory thanks to Get-Go and Market Cafe.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Cavaliers lose the challenge. It is indeed an offensive foul called on Jalen Tyson. So Cavaliers lose the challenge, and that does it as far as challenges tonight for Kenny Atkinson. 37-32. Toronto's on a 13-2 run going back to the first quarter of play. The Cavaliers have become discombobulated at the offensive end of the floor. Cavaliers have 7 turnovers in the ball game. And again, here in Toronto, that just gets them off and running and gets the crowd into it. That's exactly what has happened. Hey, enter the Defend the Land sweepstakes. It's presented by Adidas for your chance to win playoff tickets and Adidas footwear. One winner will be selected before each Cavs home playoff game. So enter daily at Cavs.com/playoffs. Toronto with the basketball. 37-32, Raptors on top. Here's Scotty Barnes. Now with Barrett anchored to the bench with 3 fouls, who's going to help out Scotty Barnes as far as scoring the basketball. Barnes, baseline right, left corner to Battle. Got it out front. Mamu, his 3, no. Rebound, Donovan Mitchell for the Cavaliers. Mitchell brings it up himself. Mitchell and Harden back in the game. Harden finds Tyson, one of the lane, left corner, Bryant. TB, 3, no. Rebound, Mobley. Top side to Harden. Harden outside the three-point arc. Harden against Battle. Comes around Battle. Finger rolled it up. No. Harden got it back in traffic. Bounce right side to Tyson. Top side Mobley. 3-ball. Evan. Got it! Evan Mobley. Boy, he hit some threes the other night. He had 3. That's his first one tonight. Gets the Cavs back to within 2 at 37-35. Now away from the basketball. Got a foul called on Jalen Tyson. Oh, my son Sean texted in, said Joshua Tree is in California. It's a national park. Sean's listening in Texas at a bachelor party. Come on, Sean. Get back to that bachelor party. He's dialed Dad in. Jamison Battle with a runner in the lane that's good. Makes it 39-35. Tyson, 3. Got it! Jalen Tyson answers the 3-ball. And it's 39-38. So Tyson gets the Cavs to within 1 with 8:20 to go. Here's Barnes, lifted the key into the paint. Mitchell reached in, fouled him. Donovan put that hand up right away, saying, yep. And that'll put Scotty Barnes at the free throw line, shooting 2. What a series for Scotty Barnes. He had 21 in game 1, 26 in game 2, 33 and 11 rebounds in game 3, 23 and 9 rebounds in game 4, and then a double-double on Wednesday with 17 and 11. 4th pick in the draft back in 2021. Hits that first free throw. 11 points in the ball game. Scotty Barnes will shoot one more. 40-38, 41-38 as Barnes hit them both. Cavs down 3 with the ball. Harden, along with Merrill, Thomas Bryant, Jared Allen, and Jalen Tyson. Here's Tyson, right wing, 3-ball. That one rimmed out. A rebound grab by Jakob Poeltl. Lobs it down the floor to Barnes. Barnes up the right side. Drives to Poeltl. Blocked at the rim by Allen. Oh, what a play by Jared. A tremendous rejection. Harden to the other end. Harden in traffic. Right side, Tyson. Nope, ball deflected. turnover. Here comes Mamu. Feeds right side, driving and missing was Jacoby Walter, but a foul will be called on Sam Merrill. So that'll put that'll put Walter at the free throw line with the foul on Sam Merrill. 7:41 to go first half. Again at the half, Mike Snyder, Brad Sellers. You heard from them when we started the quarter. And they're coming up at the intermission with the McDonald's halftime report. First free throw from Jacoby Walter is perfect. Walter now with a 6-point ball game. 19th pick in the draft back in 2024. And here comes the 9th pick in the draft last June. Colin Murray Boyles having an outstanding series. 15.5 points and just under 7 rebounds per game. As Walter hit them both. Cavs down 5, 43-38, and now some full court pressure from Toronto. Tyson in the backcourt. Tyson through the center circle, quickly to the forecourt, tried to bounce it down low, and the Cavs turn it over. Again, Barnes on the run. Barnes in the lane, fires down low, and Murray Boyles has a bucket, and the Cavaliers have a timeout. Boy, Kenny Atkinson really in the ear of Mitchell Irvin. But the Raptors are up 7, 45-38. Toronto leads it, 7:24 to go first half in Toronto. And on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Toyota gives you the power of choice with more electrified hybrid choices, including the best-selling built-in-the-USA Camry. Now through May 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on any new 26 Camry. Or lease a new well-equipped Camry LE for just $289 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool & Cutter. Cleveland Tool & Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool & Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool & Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
Rebound grab by Jakob Poeltl. Lobs it down the floor to Barnes. Barnes up the right side. Drives to Poeltl. Blocked at the rim by Allen. Oh, what a play by Jarrett. A tremendous rejection. That was a big-time block from one Jarrett Allen. The Cavaliers, it's their only block in the game. But for every block made by a Cavalier, KeyBank donates $25 to the Cavaliers Community Foundation. Cavs find themselves down 7, 45-38. Raptors lead it with 7:24 to go first half. Toronto trying to force this series back to Cleveland for a Game 7, which would be on Sunday at Rocket Arena. Cavaliers looking to end this thing, win it in 6, and move on to face either Detroit or Orlando. That Detroit-Orlando game now in the third quarter. 9:17 to go in the third. Orlando still up 17 at 62-45. Let's head down to Serena courtside.
Well, Tim, obviously the turnover is a big story of this game once again so far. 9 turnovers for the Cavs led to 11 fast break points already for the Raptors. Kenny, though, says continue to be aggressive. Don't worry about the mistakes as long as you're aggressive on the defensive end.
Cavs with the basketball off the timeout. Here's Tyson, comes around a Harden screen, left corner Wade, Dean 3, no. Merrill tapped it out front, but he tapped it to Scotty Barnes. Barnes bounces off Harden. Barnes slams it on Allen. And Scotty Barnes with some attitude after that dunk. 47-38 as it ignites this Scotiabank Arena crowd. Harden in the lane. And his shot knocked out of bounds, the block by Barnes. And Barnes is high-fiving everybody down there. That is one electrified Scotty Barnes, the leader of this basketball team. Hard lob right side to Tyson. Tyson against Scotty Barnes. Tyson to the right wing. Bounce to Harden. 7 on the shot clock. Harden against Barnes. Barnes poked it. Harden got it back. Harden into the corner. Bounce to Tyson. Fade away from the baseline. Big bounce, and it fell in. Jalen Tyson quiets the crowd somewhat. Cavs back to within 7 at 47-40. Toronto with the basketball. Murray Boyles, top of the three-point arc. Comes around a Pirtle screen. Fires right side, and he whistled it right by Walter out of bounds. They'll give it back to the Cavaliers. And Serena alluded to it. We've been talking about it once again. Cavaliers being plagued by turnovers here in Toronto. Down 7. Merrill into the forecourt against Walter. Merrill comes around Harden. Merrill fires topside to Tyson. He'll drive the lane. Bounce to Allen. He'll bobble it, get it back, bank and score. And Jared Allen now with 7 points in the ball game. Cavaliers back to within 5. 47-42 with under 6 to go here in the first half. Scotty Barnes will walk the ball into the forecourt. Barnes down low to Pirtle. He'll try to lob it. Got it to Murray Boyles. Left wing battle. Open 3. In and out. Rebound Dean Wade. Quick toss to Harden. Cavs down 5 as Harden hits the top of the three-point arc. Lob to Allen. Allen spinning. Fouled in the paint. And Jared Allen will shoot 2 with 5:35 to go here in the first half of play. Allen 1 of 4 from the line tonight, and we mentioned earlier his struggles at the line in this series. 43% coming into the ball game. Hey, while we have a quick moment, I want to send out a very, very special thank you to the folks at the Pro Football Hall of Fame luncheon down in Canton. Had the opportunity to go down there on Monday and talk to a great group. Thanks to Frank Salona for the invitation to have me join the folks at the luncheon. Great meal, great company. Had a very lengthy Q&A. Tell you what, they were grilling me at the Pro Football Hall of Fame luncheon on Monday. Allen splits the pair. What a great time. Thanks for having me. 47-43, Cavaliers down 4 with 5.5 to go here in the first half of play. Here's Jamal Shed. Bounce right to the key to Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles against Allen. Murray Boyles spinning. Harden blocked it from behind. Murray Boyles got it back. Banks missed. And then Murray Boyles called for the foul as he knocked down Jared Allen. Boy, that's the second time that Jared Allen has hit the deck here at Scotiabank Arena tonight. And now here comes Tony Brothers. You always know when Tony's in the house. Well, you heard Tony say this is going to be reviewed for a potential hostile act, as Jared Allen has certainly had his fill of some rough and tumble basketball here tonight. Cavs down 47-43, 4-point lead for the Raptors, 5:16 to go here in the first half. We're going to send it down to Serena.
Well, Tim, while I've got a second here, I just love how Jalen Tyson's able to get in the paint in this game, and that's something that Kenny Atkinson loves too, right? We're seeing that. Something Kenny said after last game is, man, I could have played Jalen Tyson more. They love his size for rebounding, but then also his ability to just play basketball. He's just not afraid of the moment, Tim.
After review, The play does not meet the required criteria for a flagrant foul. Therefore, it's an offensive foul that's called on the floor. It will be possession on the side, 24 to 24-second shot clock.
Here we go. So Tony Brothers lets everybody know, including our Cavalier Audioverse audience, that it's not a hostile act, but it will be Cavalier basketball, and the offensive foul is called on Colin Murray Boyles. So the Cavaliers down 47-43, 5:16 to go, first half. Hey, good luck to our official celebration partner, Phantom Fireworks, in the Kentucky Derby tomorrow with their horse, the Puma. So yes, the Puma. Our buddy Kurt McLaughlin back in the studios. He loves following the Derby. He says there's a lot of money coming in on the Puma. So we'll keep an eye on that pony tomorrow at Churchill Downs. Cavs with the ball. Here's James Harden lobbing the lane to Tyson. Tyson left corner. Wade thought about a three. Back out front, Strus. His three short. Rebound. Wade in traffic. Laid it in with the left hand. So Dean Wade follows the miss of Max Strus, and the Cavaliers are back to within two. It's 47-45. Toronto with the basketball. Some of the energy has come out of the crowd. Right corner. Walter three. Got it. Well, there it is. Right back. As Walter hits that three ball, he's got a 10-point game. Leads back to 5 at 50-45. Here's Harden at the half-court line. Right side to Tyson. Gives it right back to Harden. Harden against Jamison Battle. Harden right of the lane. Draws the foul. Missed the shot, but James Harden will shoot two. So that'll put Harden at the free throw line with 4:27 to go. Cavs backcourt has been quiet. Harden, a field goal, 2 free throws, 4 points. Donovan Mitchell, a 3-ball and a field goal. 5 points in the game. Cavaliers being led by Evan Mobley with 11, Jared Allen with 9. So they've accomplished that, getting those big guys involved. As James Harden gets the first free throw. 5 points now for Harden. His high in the series was back in game 2, pumped in 28. Scotty Barnes back in for Toronto. He had gotten a brief rest. And again, Raptors tonight without Quickly. He's been out the whole series. Brandon Ingram. Barrett saddled early in the second quarter with 3 fouls. So it has fallen on Scotty Barnes, but he has responded well. 14 points. 50-47. Cavs down 3. Raptors with the ball. Barnes, top of the key. Barnes against Wade. Barnes, head and shoulder fake. Wade doesn't bite. Barnes gave it up to Walter. Back to Barnes. 4 on the clock. Barnes driving to the basket. High off the glass. No. Rebound Allen. Whistle and a foul. Mitchell Irvin with the call from the other side. And I think he got Jared Allen on that one. Actually, they got it on Harden. James Harden picks up his first foul. And the Cavaliers are over the limit, so that'll put Colin Murray Boyles at the free throw line. Down in Orlando, Pistons making a run at the Magic. 64-51. Orlando's lead down to 13. They've got just under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Again, Orlando trying to wrap that series up and move on as an 8 seed. Murray Boyles hits that first free throw. Of course, if the Cavs were to meet Orlando in the second round, Cavaliers would have home court advantage. Of course, Toronto saying, hey, we'll have home court advantage too. Don't count us out, as Toronto trying to move this series back to Cleveland for a game 7. As Colin Murray Boyles hits the second. Cavs down 5, 52-47. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell out front. Mitchell on the dribble. Mitchell run of the lane, spinning in the lane, shooting, hitting. Donovan Mitchell makes it 52-49. Gets the Cavs to within 3. 3:40 to go. Barnes out front against Mitchell. Barnes shoots it right side. Barrett with a 3. Got it. And they put R.J. Barrett back in the ball game, and he immediately hits a 3-ball. 15 in the half for Barrett. And the Raptor lead is 6 at 55-49. Donovan Mitchell between his legs on the dribble. Mitchell lost the ball, scrambles for it, and got a timeout. Timeout on the floor. 3:19 to go, first half. As again, the Cavaliers getting sloppy with that basketball. Donovan Mitchell was able to get down to the floor and grab a hold of it and immediately signal for a timeout, which was granted. So it will be Cavalier basketball. A couple of more texts that we want to get in. We've got Greg. He's listening out in the Sandusky-Norwalk area on WLKR, our great affiliate in the Sandusky-Norwalk area. In fact, I'll be on WLKR tomorrow morning, Greg. I've already been invited to join their locker room show. So tomorrow morning at 9, I'll be on with Josh Bowman. But thanks for listening tonight. We've got Tim Jr. and Tim III. They're listening in Missouri. Now, how about this? This is one of the coolest texts we've ever received. We've got Joe listening in Alaska. Joe was a Cavalier ball boy back in the 71-72 season. That would have been the second year of the Cavaliers, if I'm not mistaken. But Joe was a Cavs ball boy, and now he's up in Alaska. That's cool. And everybody likes to give their nickname. How about Soybean Steve in Northwest Ohio? Even our on-site engineer, Paul Gatt, likes that one. Soybean Steve. I hope he becomes a regular. Although I can't do the soy milk. I'm just telling you. I can't do the soy milk. But, Steve, we thank you for all your work out in the field. Off the timeout, Cavaliers down 6. 55-49. 3:19 to go first half. Donovan Mitchell to the left of the Raptor bench. Throws it in to Max Strus. Cavs with Mitchell, Harden, Strus, Merrill, and Mobley. Mitchell, left wing Strus, fakes the pass into the corner, comes left to the lane, he'll bank, miss, rebound Barnes as he ripped it away from Evan Mobley. Barnes fires down on the baseline to Murray Boyles. Boyles figures, flips it right side to Walter. Got it to Barnes, and then Merrill poked it away. And then Mitchell falls down in the backcourt. Mitchell tries to throw it. It goes to Shed. Shed cross-court right side to Walter. He'll measure a three and bury it. And again, the Cavaliers turn it over, and the Raptors make them pay. And the lead's up to 9, 58-49. At the other end, driving and scoring, James Harden as he took it right to the rim. Tries to quiet this crowd. And again, this is a great home court advantage for the Raptors. They are loud here at Scotiabank Arena. Here's Barnes on the right side. Barnes against Harden. Barnes got it out front. Murray Boyles bounces it on the baseline to Barrett. Barrett looking over Strus. Barrett back to the basket. Barrett backing down Strus. Knocks him over. Barrett in the lane. Shoots. Big bounce. No. Rebound Harden. Cavs down 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Harden up the right side. Picked up by Murray Boyles. Harden cross-court pass. Strus was able to track it down. It was almost a turnover. Strus bouncing between the circles to Merrill. Merrill driving on Barrett. Got it blocked. And then it ricocheted off Barrett out of bounds. Trying to draw that fourth foul on R.J. Barrett. And coming from behind and blocking the shot was Scotty Barnes, but it went off Barrett. Cavs will have 5 to shoot with 1:45 to go here in the half. Dennis Schroeder has checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Schroeder, lob left wing to Harden. Harden on the left sideline. Harden 2 on the clock. 3 ball around the rim and out. Schroeder tried to tip it, miss it. Rebound Barrett. Down the floor to Jamal Shed. Left side Barnes. Scotty 3. No. Rebound Harden. 1.5 minutes to go. Harden on the handoff to Schroeder. Schroeder up the left side. Schroeder with a crossover dribble. Cut off by Shed. Schroeder on the right-hand dribble. Schroeder into the paint. Schroeder will pull up. Missed. Rebound Mobley. Mobley will dribble it out front. Mobley against Barnes. Mobley lob to Schroeder. Schroeder, top of the key. Right wing Merrill. Fakes to 3. Steps left. Shoots it. Big bounce. No. Rebound R.J. Barrett. Well, the Cavaliers now 5 of 17 from downtown. That's below 30%. Here's Barrett behind him to Barnes. Barnes into the paint. Left side Shed. Open 3. And Toronto's hitting their 3 balls. As Toronto makes it 61-51. 8 of 17. Excuse me, 9 of 18. 50% from downtown. Harden in between the circles with the Cavs down 10. Harden out front. Harden and his pass kicked by R.J. Barrett. Let's have a look at our Discount Drug Mart first half assist numbers. Discount Drug Mart, your one-stop shop that saves you the runaround. Cavaliers with only 10 assists here in the first half of play. 10 assists for the Cavaliers. James Harden with 4. Toronto with 16 assists. Scotty Barnes already with 10. Barnes with a double-double. 16 points, 10 assists. First half assist numbers brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, your one-stop shop that saves you the runaround. Merrill has the ball at the half-court line. Lob to Mitchell, who's back in. Right wing Strus. 3. No. The Cavs can't buy a 3-ball. And now Toronto can play for the final shot here in the first half of play. Everybody at Scotiabank Arena is up on their feet, waving the towels. Raptors by 10, 61-51. Scotty Barnes on the left wing. Barnes against Mitchell. Barnes fires down low. Pass intercepted by Merrill. 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock. Mitchell 3/4 court, wide left. And that ends the first half of play. Well, the Cavaliers got off to a good start, but things went downhill in second quarter of play. Cavs outscored 29-19 in the second quarter. And after a tie game at the end of one, Toronto, with that 29-19 second period, leads by 10 at the half, 61-51. So Mike Snyder again here at Scotiabank Arena. The turnovers for the Cavaliers costing them dearly.
They really are, Tim, and the Raptors seem to really know what they're doing. As you mentioned, Scotty Barnes, 10 assists. They're moving the ball, playing off of him, and the Cavaliers just struggling in a big way, and just 5 of 18 in threes, while the Raptors, not known for three-point shooting, they're at 9 of 18 from the floor. Well, enjoy your halftime break. Cavaliers have some things to ponder. It's time for the McDonald's Halftime Report. We'll dig into the first 2 quarters with Brad Sellers. We'll check out other action around the NBA. The Pistons trying to make a comeback in Orlando, but the Magic right now in command of that one, and that Game 6 that's going on. Later tonight, the Lakers have a Game 6 at Houston. We'll tell you about that and hear from LeBron regarding that. The McDonald's Halftime Report is here. It's the Raptors 61, the Cavs 51. We're back after this timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Somber presents You Are the Reason Tour. Fresh from selling out shows all around the world. See Somber live in Cleveland. Rocket Arena, Friday, November 13th, with special guests Dove Cameron and Hannah Jadagu. Get tickets now at sombermusic.com.
Cavs fans, when the Cavs win, so do you. For 24 hours after every Cavs victory, you score $5 off all made-to-order food at any Get-Go Market and Cafe. Plus, 500 bonus Cavs rewards points to use towards awesome prizes like Cavs merch, tickets, and exclusive experiences. Just log into the Cavs app and select the Rewards tab and click on the Get-Go offer. Not a member yet? It's free and easy to join at Cavs.com/rewards or in the Cavs app. Join Cavs Rewards now and taste the victory thanks to Get-Go and Market Cafe.
Hey Cavs fans, basketball is back and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Playoff basketball with the McDonald's Halftime Report starts now, and I'm loving it. Here's Mike Snyder.
It's halftime of Game 6 in Toronto, and the Raptors showing that they're not going away. Cavaliers trying to close it out tonight. The Raptors trying to force a Game 7. And right now, Toronto leads it 61-51. Mike Snyder along with Brad Sellers here at Cavs Studio Control. Cavaliers had a very good start in this game. In fact, they were up 30-24 with just over 2.5 minutes to go first quarter. But things started to turn at the end of the quarter as the Raptors went on an 8-2 run to tie the game. And in the second quarter, the Raptors have dominated, and Scotty Barnes has been absolutely sensational for the Raptors.
Left corner wave, Dean 3, no. Merrill tapped it out front, but he tapped it to Scotty Barnes. Barnes bounces off Barnes. Barnes slams it on Allen. And Scotty Barnes with some attitude after that dunk. 47-38 as it ignites this Scotiabank Arena crowd.
Scotty Barnes has 14 points, 10 assists already. The Cavs have 10 assists as a team, and the Raptors knocking down their threes. They're 9 of 18. R.J. Barrett with 15. Jacoby Walter, another strong shooting game with 13. The Cavaliers have 11 from Evan Mobley. And after that, 8 apiece for Jared Allen and James Harden. Donovan Mitchell with 7. But the Cavs are just 5 of 18 in three-point shooting. The Raptors, fast break points, 13-1. We know that they will get out and do that in transition. Cavs actually have done a decent job on the boards as they are winning the rebound battle and have 12 second chance points to Toronto's 7. But, Brad, you look at this first half, the Raptors really playing exceptional basketball against the Cavaliers right now.
Well, I believe that they're just playing with more intensity than us right now. I mean, we're lucky to be down only 10, right? Because it could have been a lot worse. We just did enough to hang around. But I tell you what, we got outscored in the second quarter, 29-19. I mean, that's a problem. It's a 10-point deficit. And that is your deficit here. So we got to be more decisive here in the third quarter when we come out. We've got to be able to get into something offensively. We're hanging out at the front, dribbling too much, not really getting anything. And so we've got to be decisive here. And your stars have to be decisive. They have to set the tempo here. Scotty Barnes and R.J. Barrett have set the tempo for the Toronto Raptors. The other thing, you got to remember, Mike, this is a 4-5 matchup. This is what it is. So we've got to be very assertive this quarter.
Well, the Raptors without Brandon Ingram tonight, and they have just played so well without him, though. And R.J. Barrett making shots. They're 9 of 18. This is a team not known for their three-point shooting. They're making shots. But getting back to the Cavs, you're right, Brett, offensively, the stats tell you that. Only 10 assists. They've not been able to really get anything going. It's been a lot of one-on-one. They just have not been able to. The Raptors have disrupted anything they've tried to do to this point.
Well, it's just really been indecisive. We've been indecisive. You look at, on the other side, R.J. Barrett has 8 shots, 5 of 8. Scotty Barnes is 6 of 12. So the two stars have got up 20 shots. Now, our two got up 13. We're 2 of 6 from James, 3 of 7 from Donovan. And the stars have to set the tempo. They don't have to do everything, but they have to set the tempo here because the others will feed off your tempo. We're just like meandering around out here trying to figure out what we got going on. That's why I say we're lucky to only be down 10 here. Now, 10 points is really like 4 or 5 in the NBA. So you got a chance here, but you better come out this quarter with your heels on fire like this is a game you want to close somebody out.
All right, Brett, we will have more to talk about. Of course, we'll be checking in with Tim at the end of the third quarter as well. And, of course, Brad Sellers with me on the Cavaliers post-game show as the Cavaliers try to wrap it up tonight. And if they fail to do that, a Game 7 would be in Cleveland on Sunday. But a ways to go in this one. And as Brad said, third quarter is going to be huge. Now, there is another game in progress. They are late third quarter. Orlando's had a huge lead in this game, but the Pistons now have it in single digits. Magic lead at 71-62. The situation in that game, Detroit must win to force a Game 7 in Detroit Sunday. A Magic win, they go on to the next round. And the Cavaliers-Raptors winner will meet the winner of that series that's going on. Now, later tonight, the Lakers-Rockets in Houston. L.A. once led this series 3-0. It's now 3-2. And Jabari Smith of the Rockets, he believes his team, even without Kevin Durant, he thinks they're better.
People going to take it how they want to take it, but I don't care whoever I'm with on the court, I'm going to think that my team is better than the other team. So it's just a mindset. But you got to get on the court and prove it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say it and then come out and tuck your tail. You got to get out there and fight and do the things that it takes to win. So I'm going to stand on that statement, and we just got to keep proving it.
And LeBron James trying to lead the Lakers without Luka Doncic. He knows getting that closeout game is tough to do.
I understand what we're going for, and it's going to be even harder, man. Like, every game is hard. It's so hard to close out a team in the postseason, to win a series. And this is our first time doing it as a unit. So, we'll see what we got.
That's later tonight in Houston. Now, last night, if you missed it, the Knicks absolutely, when I say blowout, that was not even a blowout. That was, it was an elimination. They eviscerated the Hawks, winning by 51. So the Knicks move on. They await the winner now of Philly-Boston. Who saw this happening? Sixers have forced a Game 7 in Boston. That will be tomorrow night. Philly with a healthy Joel Embiid, and they've become a problem. Hey, download the Cavs app to play Cavs Pick'em, presented by KeyBank. $1,000 in cash will go to the overall playoffs winner, along with over $200 in prizes each game. Head to the Cavs app and play Cavs Pick'em now. You can always text us your thoughts, comments, questions, reactions. Tim loves hearing from you during the game, and Brad and I like hearing from you following the game at 216-440-9566. Cavs with some work to do if they want to wrap up this series tonight. They're down by 10. This is the McDonald's halftime report. Our halftime score, Toronto 61, the Cavs 51. We'll send it back to Tim and Serena in Toronto after this time out of the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
The best teams have unmistakable identity. They deliver a quality performance every time. At Giant Eagle, fresh is our thing. With produce delivered daily, the finest cuts of meat and seafood, and bakery favorites made on the spot, you always get freshness and quality you can count on. It's who we are. We aim to make game day delicious for every Cavs fan. And we take that seriously, because it matters. Shop freshness for the win at Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your community is more important than ever. And with immunizations at Discount Drug Mart, they're as quick and easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, fill out a short, simple form. You can even do it online. Step 2, stop in and see your friendly pharmacist at your neighborhood Drug Mart pharmacy for flu, shingles, and many other vaccines. You can be in and out quickly and safely. Step 3, you're out the door and heading back home. Simple as that. Discount Drug Mart is your immunization destination.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
Harden, top of the key, bounce to Mobley, pow! Oh, a no-look bounce from James Harden to Evan Mobley.
The 2026 Cleveland Cavaliers playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want to see you at Rocket Arena.
8 on the shot clock. Mitchell steps left, 3. Tiger! Donovan Mitchell doing special, magnetic Donovan Mitchell things.
Secure your spot to cheer on the Cavs now at Cavs.com/playoffs.
Cavs down 10. They've got some work to do. 61-51. They trailed the Raptors at the half here at Scotiabank Arena. Right now, let's pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Cavaliers looking at that 10-point deficit. 61-51. We were tied at 32 at the end of one, but then Toronto outscored the Cavs 29-19 in that second quarter of play. And again, the Cavaliers turning the ball over here in Toronto. 10 turnovers in the first half, and it resulted in 14 Toronto points. Cavaliers also dreadful from downtown, 5 of 18, shooting 28% from beyond the arc. You know, SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cavs. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or any live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. Cavs down 10, 61-51, third quarter. follows this on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey Cavs fans, basketball is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
That first year in your new home matters. With preferred pricing, Redfin and Rocket Mortgage make the path to your next home easier. When you buy with a Redfin agent and finance through Rocket Mortgage, you can lower your interest rate by 1% for 1 year or choose up to $6,000 in closing credits. See how it works at rocketmortgage.com or call 800-4ROCKET. Additional terms apply, not a commitment to lend. Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Cavs fans, if you've ever wanted a real piece of the game, this is your moment. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Realists have teamed up to bring authentic game-used items to fans throughout the season. Be the first to know when new collections go live, get access to bid on exclusive items, and stay connected to the moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/memorabilia to learn more or text REAL to 30594 to join the list and never miss your shot at owning a piece of the game.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Cavs down 10, Toronto with the ball as we start the third quarter of play. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winter. Serena, I'll check with you once we get a break in the action as the second half is underway. Barrett left side to Shed. Shed against Strus. Shed bounce right side to Jacoby Walter. His three hits the front of the rim, bounces way out front. Grabbed by Barrett. His three woefully short. Rebound Pirtle. Got it left side to Barnes. Cross-court pass right wing to Walter. Walter to the baseline. Leans into Strus and scores. Well, they gave him not one, not two, but three cracks at it. And Walter hits the jumper. And Toronto's up by 12. 63-51. Cavs going right to left here in the second half. Strus right of the lane. Down low to Allen. Allen into the lane. Hooks and scores with the left hand. Well, Jared Allen in double figures with 10. His high game in the series is 12. That was back in game 3. Here's Barnes, baseline right. Barnes backing down Mitchell. Barnes lob out front to Walter, right back to Barnes. Comes by Mitchell, came up and under. Flips it left side. They work it around on the right wing to Walter. Walter with a three. That's a brick. Rebound knocked off the backboard. Grabbed by Mobley ahead to Harden. You would think Toronto's going to cool down from outside the arc. They were 50% in the first half. Harden tried to hand it in the lane to Mobley. Ball deflected. Turnover Cavs. Here comes Barrett behind his back to Walter. He'll put it up. No, but a foul will be called on Max Strus. So with Walter shooting two, here's my chance to send it down to Serena courtside.
Well, Tim, I caught up with associate head coach Johnny Bryant at the half and just said, hey, what clips did you show in there at halftime? And he said, the ones on the turnovers, right? They've just been over-dribbling. Their spacing has been off. He said, we've been winning the possession game because of the rebounding they've been doing. But obviously, as we've talked about, Tim, the turnovers have been killing him. The other thing that I would say is in the second half, look out for the role players on the Raptors side, right? They're at home. Those are guys that can go off, whether it's a Battle or a Shed or a Walter. And that was something that Coach Bryant said as well, right? Is although obviously you've got to play good defense on your main guys, RJ and Scotty, at the same time you cannot lose track of those role players.
As Jacoby Walter hits 2 free throws, the lead's back to 12 for Toronto, 65-53. Great stuff from Serena down below. Thrilled to have her with us throughout the postseason. Mitchell rainbows a three from the right wing. Missed it for the Cavs. Rebound grab by Jacoby Walter. Ahead to R.J. Barrett. Barrett comes around a Pirtle screen. Barrett into the paint. Shoves off Strus. Shoots. Missed. Rebound Max. 2 minutes off the clock here in the third quarter. Mobley bounced to Harden. Harden on the left wing, out front, Evan. 3-ball, Mobley, good! Evan Mobley, all of a sudden, he's found his 3-ball shooting eye. He had 3 on Wednesday, 2 tonight. That one cuts the Raptor lead back to single digits, 65-56 with 9:40 to go. Here's Jacoby Walter. Right wing Barrett, his 3. Woefully shy. Rebound grabbed by Mitchell, 3-on-2. Mitchell in the middle, bounce to Allen, up and under, but he couldn't convert on the layup. As Toronto will head to the other end. Right side, Walter. Right corner, Shed. 3-ball. That's short. Rebound grabbed by James Harden. Well, indeed, Toronto has cooled off, at least early in the third. Cavs down 9, and now Shed hanging on to Mobley as Strus tried to get it to Evan in the paint. The foul will be called on Jamal Shed. Well, we've got a boatload of texts. I think everybody waited until halftime to get those texts in. How about Janet? She's in Hong Kong at the airport waiting for a flight to the States. Janet, great to have you with us. We've got Tommy out in Inglewood, California. Says it's not too far from Joshua Tree. All right, rub it in, Tommy. Here's Mobley, run of the lane, into the lane. Got it! Blocked by Pirtle. And here comes Toronto to the other end. Left of the lane, Barrett into the paint, heavy traffic, bounce on the baseline. Murray Boyle spinning, leans into Mobley, nowhere to go. Got it out front to Barnes. Barnes bangs into Allen, into the lane, shoots and scores. Scotty Barnes with 16. Already has a double-double, his third of the series. Cavs down 11. Here's Mobley in the paint. Mobley spinning on Pirtle. Mobley hooks, no. Rebound Allen, and he's got a layup. Jared Allen salvaged that possession. Makes it 67-58. 8.5 to go, third quarter. Cavaliers trying to make a dent in this Toronto advantage. Walter into the paint, floats, no, but he got knocked down. And Jacoby Walter will be shooting 2. Well, that Orlando-Detroit game has tightened up, and in a big, big way. Orlando's lead is down to 4. Magic 72, Pistons 68 with 9 minutes to go, fourth quarter in Orlando. Detroit trying to send that one back to Detroit. And a decisive Game 7 on Sunday. Walter good on that first free throw. Jacoby Walter, his season high in the regular season was 21. He had a 20-point game on Wednesday. He's got 18 tonight, and now 19. Perfect at the free throw line. Serena talked about those role players. Walter in the regular season averaged 7.5 per game. Cavs down 69-58, 8:10 to go, third quarter. Here's Jared Allen on the handoff to Strus. Strus, left wing, jumper, banked, no. Rebound knocked out front, grabbed by Scotty Barnes for Toronto. Barnes into the paint, feeds it to Murray Boyles, topside to Barrett. Barrett fires low to Pirtle. He's got a layup. Jakob Pirtle, his first 2 points of the game. Toronto has their biggest lead, 71-58. They're up 13 in the third. Harden around the Strus screen, right wing to Strus, in the lane to Allen. Allen drives and scores. Jared Allen now with his playoff high of 14. So a strong night from Jared Allen. Cavaliers not offering a lot of support for Jared and Evan Mobley, who also has 14. Harden with 8, Mitchell with 7. Raptors with the ball, up 11, and now we're going to have an offensive foul called on Colin Murray Boyles as he was setting a screen over on the far side. So that'll give it to the Cavaliers. Cavs Academy summer camps will hit gyms across the region June through August. Now, if you're looking for something to keep your kids active this summer, sign them up for basketball and cheer options with an emphasis on fun, fundamentals, and building confidence. Score playoff pricing at Cavs.com/academy. Tyson has checked in, unloads a 3, missed it. Rebound back to Tyson. Left of the lane to Mobley, put it up. No! Put the rebound back in. Now will they count that one and a foul to go with it? No, they're going to say the second putback by Mobley came after the blocking foul, but Evan Mobley will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. So Mobley with a chance to make this again a single-digit ball game. Cavaliers have been fighting uphill for a while. Darko Rajakovic says we're going to challenge or take a timeout. I think he was shaking his head no as far as to challenge, but they do want the timeout. Timeout Raptors. They are not challenging the call, but they will take time with 7:08 to go, third quarter. And Toronto leads the Cavs by 11, 71-60. 7:08 to go in the third on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else. All to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Some moments you never forget, like the buzzer beater that brought the house down.
Cavs out of timeout. Strus into Mobley. Back to Max. Half-court shot. Good! Good! He hit it! Cavs win!
Being a part of Cavs United presented by KeyBank means more than just a seat for tip-off. It's legacy, family, and it's your all-access pass to memories at Rocket Arena that'll last a lifetime. Join Cavs United for the 2026-2027 season and create more moments that matter together. Visit Cavs.com/enroll today.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours. Building homes, businesses, and communities together. Bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
To go, third quarter. Cavaliers down by 11. Toronto leads it 71-60. Cavaliers look to close out this series, but they'll need to rally before what has become a very energized crowd here at Scotiabank Arena. Raptors playing without Emmanuel Quickley tonight, without Brandon Ingram. R.J. Barrett was in early foul trouble, and yet Toronto feeding off the energy of this crowd and playing good basketball with the 11-point lead at 71-60. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters here in Toronto, back in Cleveland in the studios at Rocket Arena is Brad Sellers and, of course, Mike Snyder. Boy, a few more texts that we want to get in. Now, I love this one. Well, so would Mike Snyder. He's a Beatles guy. Mike Snyder and I are Beatles fanatics. We've got Mark in Liverpool, the home of the Beatles. He's listening while in bed with his earbuds in. I don't want any more information than that. That's all I want to know. But, Mark, great to have you with us over in Liverpool. We've got a couple of mailmen that have listened in and texted in. We've got Zach, our mailman in Mogador. We've got Nitro, the mailman, out in Colorado. I guess they put their satchels down for the day, and now they've dialed in. We're big in the mailman community. We've got Randy, originally from Rocky River, but he's a truck driver now on the road from Denver to Kansas. And as Mobley missed the first, hit the second. So Evan Mobley now with a 15-point game. Cavaliers within 10, 71-61. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Here at Scotiabank Arena. Raptors with the basketball. Murray Boyles got it out front. A.J. Lawson, three is good. A.J. Lawson walks on the floor, first time in the ball game, and hits a three. At the other end, Mobley with a dunk as Tyson fed him beautifully. So Evan Mobley coming off that strong game Wednesday, now with 17, but the Cavs down 11 at 74-63. A.J. Lawson had 2 points in the first game, 2 points in the second game. 3-ball left corner. That one's off the mark. Rebound grab by Tyson. Hands it behind him to James Harden. Harden on the left wing. Harden top of the three-point arc. Harden left of the lane. Feeds left corner Tyson. 3-ball Jalen around the rim and out. Offensive rebound. Sam Merrill keeps the possession alive. Merrill in front of the Cavs bench, and it's knocked out of Merrill's hands, but off Sam's hand, out of bounds. And again, the Cavs don't have a challenge. Lost one in the first half, and so they're done for the night. Halfway through the third, Toronto ball up by 11. Barrett into the paint. Barrett put it up, rolled it in, and he got fouled. R.J. Barrett with an absolute muscle basket. That was pure strength for the seventh-year player out of Duke, and now a chance for an and one. We mentioned R.J. Barrett did not have a double-double during the regular season. Chalked one up on Wednesday with a 25 and 12. And now R.J. Barrett tonight with a 17 and 7. Looking for 18 points at the free throw line. And he rolls it in, and Toronto has their biggest lead of the ball game. And Detroit has come all the way back. They lead Orlando by 2 halfway through the fourth down in Orlando. Cavs down 14. Schroeder top of the three-point arc, and his pass kicked by Colin Murray-Boyles. The Cavaliers will get 14 to shoot with 5:44 to go here in the third. If Toronto holds serve here on their home court tonight, back to Cleveland we will go for a Game 7. Winner take all on Sunday at Rocket Arena. Here's Hart. No, he lobbed it. It's deflected by Murray-Boyles to the other end, and Mobley fouled Colin Murray-Boyles. Another turnover by the Cavaliers. Harden couldn't get the ball inbounds. Murray-Boyles went up, deflected it, stole it, and now Murray-Boyles with a chance for 2 free throws. And the crowd here at Scotiabank Arena really letting James Harden hear it. So here's Colin Murray-Boyles at the line. First one up, and it's spun out. Murray-Boyles during the regular season only a 66% free throw shooter. It's improved somewhat here in the playoffs, as he's been at 77% through the first 5 games. Second free throw on the way, good. Well, the Cavaliers now have a mountain to climb, down 15 with 5.5 to go in the third. Here's Schroeder, left of the lane. Schroeder drives, and he got fouled on his way to the bucket. And will we see the return of the Schroeder that we saw on Wednesday night, where he's going to try to take control of this ball game? Schroeder at the line, shooting 2. Schroeder had that big game Wednesday, 19, including 11 in the fourth quarter of play. By far his highest game of the series. Before that, it was an 8-point outburst. And Schroeder hits the first. Had a field goal tonight, but now 3 of 3 from the line. And Schroeder now steps off the line. Got John and Maureen. They're listening in Vermilion. Also in Vermilion, somebody who didn't want to give their name. Just say, hey, I'm listening in Vermilion. Well, that's cool. And over in Lorain County, Steve in Lorain. Steve, great to have you with us again, as Steve has dialed in Steel Town. And Schroeder hit them both. 78-65. Cavaliers within 13. Here's Barrett, right of the lane. Barrett tried to bounce it low to Pirtle. Schroeder knocked it away, and a great save as he fell and dove for it out of bounds, but got it into Merrill. Ahead to Harden. Right wing Schroeder. Schroeder leading by example. Schroeder right of the lane, and he turned it over. Out of there with it comes R.J. Barrett to the other end. Drives and scores. Cavs turnover leads to Raptor points. And the lead is 15 at 80-65. Under 5 to go here in the third. Harden on the left-hand dribble just inside the half-court line. Harden around a Mobley screen. Harden hits the break, shoots a three, got it, and a foul to go with it. And that might be the shot that will ignite the Cavaliers. They've got a lot of work to do, but James Harden hits the three, a chance for a 4-point play as he huddles the Cavs before he heads to the free throw line. Boy, did the Cavaliers need that. Harden with his first three ball of the night. A chance to add one to it. And now is Toronto looking to challenge. Boy, the assistant coach for Toronto was up and hopping around behind Darko Rajakovic. But it's Harden at the line. Sends it up. Got it. So Harden with a dozen. 4-point play. 80-69. Cavs were down 17, so they've cut it to 11. It was 78-63. Here's Barrett. Barrett, run of the lane, hemmed in, knocked away. Will get a reach-in foul. We'll get that one on Dean Wade. Cavaliers right now with Schroeder, Harden, Merrill, Tyson, and Wade. Now you talk about a small lineup. That's Dean Wade playing the 5 right there. As the Cavaliers are over the limit, that'll mean free throws for R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett has had a tremendous postseason against the Cavaliers, although he clangs that first one off the front of the rim. And his free throw shooting has been off against the Cavaliers in the first 6 games. Barrett, 58% in postseason basketball, swishes the second one. Barrett with 21, his 5th game of 20 or more in the 6 that have been played. Harden running the lane. Harden lost the ball, got it right wing, Wade 3. Good! Dean Wade hit a 3-ball. And the Cavs are making a move. They're within 9, 81-72. Here's Murray Boyles down low as he got free and banked it in. Colin Murray Boyles makes it 83-72. 4 minutes to go in the third. Here's Schroeder left of the lane, flipped it up, no, but a whistle and a foul. As Schroeder took it right to the rim. He got tripped up by A.J. Lawson. And that'll put Dennis Schroeder back at the free throw line. Down in Orlando, the Pistons now up 6. They were down 22 points in that game. They lead the Magic 80-74 with 4:24 to go in the fourth. Detroit looking to force a 7th game in that series. Toronto looking to force a 7th game in this one. Here's Schroeder, line left. 4 of 4 from the line tonight. 5 of 5 as he hits the first. Schroeder makes it a 10-point game. Here comes Donovan Mitchell. Boy, what a quiet night for Mitchell. Donovan with 7 points in the ball game. 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from downtown. Schroeder, line left. Second one hung on the rim, bounced around, and finally fell through. Makes it 83-74. Here's R.J. Barrett for Toronto. Comes around a Barnes screen. Barrett comes underneath the basket. Right corner to Lawson. Got it out front to Mamu. In the lane to Murray Boyles. He'll lay it up and in. And again, with the Cavs going small, Toronto going into the paint. Schroeder right side to Merrill. Merrill drives to the bucket. Hands it to Wade. Wade in the paint. Wade works left side. Has nobody to toss it to. Got it to Tyson. Tyson on the handoff to Mitchell. The Cavaliers now with some movement offensively. Mitchell to the baseline. Put it up and in. That's a tough shot from Donovan Mitchell. Gets the Cavs back to within 9 at 85-76. Well, the Cavs have gone small, but it has created movement at the offensive end. Barnes driving the baseline. He's got a dunk as he went right by Donovan Mitchell. So again, you go small, you're giving up points in the paint, and that's what's happened. 87-60, 87-76. Schroeder in the lane, left corner to Merrill, out front Tyson. Jalen's three blocked out of bounds into the scorer's table by Colin Murray Boyles. Boy, that sent all sorts of stuff flying at the scorer's table, and it'll bring a timeout on the floor. 87-76. Cavs down 11. 2:48 to go in the third. We'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Smell rotten eggs, hear a hissing sound, or see bubbling water or blowing dirt? That could be a natural gas leak. Enbridge Gas Ohio reminds you, first move your feet, then call when you're down the street. And remember, if you're building a fence or planting a vegetable garden, state law requires you to call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. Whether you're an individual or a contractor, it's simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. For more information, visit enbridgegas.com/Ohio/safety.
Inspired by Cavs legend Nick Gilbert, the Gilly Project and NFX fund research and raise awareness about neurofibromatosis, or NF, a genetic condition that causes tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. Despite the challenges of NF, Nick was a light and inspiration throughout his 27 years. Nick's legacy lives on through these organizations and his iconic bow tie, now a symbol of hope for families affected by NF. Help carry on Nick's fight at nfxdetroit.org.
Cavs down 11, 87-76. As this roaring Scotiabank Arena crowd urges on this Toronto Raptor club. And I'll tell you what, folks, it looks like Detroit's going to send that series back to Detroit for a Game 7. 88-75. Pistons up by 13 with just over 3 to go. Curdy McLaughlin telling me in my headphones, Orlando at one point missed 17 straight shots. So it looks like Orlando and Detroit will go to a Game 7. Cavaliers looking to avoid that scenario. But this is a spirited Raptor team they've run into tonight as Toronto's up 87-74. That fourth quarter down in Orlando, 26-4 for the Pistons. Zarina, what do you got for us down courtside?
Everybody's just trying not to panic. Everybody's talking about just staying together on the court. Now you're seeing right now, too, Thomas Bryant being subbed into this game. He got some minutes last game, made some defensive mistakes, but he was saying in that huddle, we have to get stopped. So we'll see what he does in the defensive end.
As Schroeder comes down the lane, a whistle and a foul. And that'll put Schroeder back at the free throw line. So an aggressive Dennis Schroeder. He does not have a field goal, but he's now going to the line for the third time here in the third quarter of play. 87-76. Schroeder, of course, spent some time here in Toronto, one of the many stops he's made in the NBA as Schroeder misses that first free throw. In fact, that's his first miss in this series. Cavs playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want you to be a part of the action. Find tickets at Cavs.com/playoffs. Schroeder backs off the line for a moment, steps back to the strike. Basket in front of the Cavalier bench to our left. Schroeder sends the second one up and in. Schroeder splits the pair. We've got a 10-point game, 87-77. 2:40 to go here in the third. Up the right side comes Scotty Barnes. Barnes met by Jalen Tyson. Barnes outside the three-point arc, gave it to Murray Boyles, left of the lane. His shot is good. And once again, the rookie, Colin Murray Boyles, having a terrific game against the Cavs. 89-77. Cavs down 12. Schroeder on the right wing at the three-point arc, hands it off to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell gets Murray Boyles on a switch. Mitchell 6 on the clock. Mitchell left of the lane, pulls up, jumper, rolled out, no, rebound out of bounds, and it went off Toronto. Thomas Bryant tried to keep that possession alive. As Serena mentioned, Bryant now in the game. So you've got Schroeder, Mitchell, along with Tyson, Wade, and Thomas Bryant. It'll be Mitchell to inbound. Cavs do have a fresh 14. Lobs it in to Bryant. Bryant at the three-point arc, hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell, Euro step into the lane, floats, and it rolled around the rim and in. Boy, that big hippity hop with a little extra hippity makes it 89-79. Cavs back to within 10 with 1:48 to go. Up the right side, Colin Murray Boyles just bangs into Bryant and then lost it out of bounds. Boy, Bryant just stood there like a big oak tree. Took the hit, and Murray Boyles couldn't handle the basketball. So the Cavs get it back with 1:42 to go. So it'll be Tyson to inbound to Schroeder. R.J. Barrett checks back in for Toronto. Barrett with a 21-point ball game. Having a terrific contest. Here's Schroeder. Walks the ball into the forecourt. Gave it to Wade. Hands it right back to Schroeder. Schroeder driving on Mamu. No. There's Wade on the foul to lay it in. Dean Wade with 7. Matches his high in this series and in his playoff career. Cavs within 8. Barnes got it out front to Barrett. Barrett, top of the three-point arc. Barrett against Schroeder. Bounce baseline right to Murray Boyles. Out front. Lawson's 3. Got it. Unreal. A.J. Lawson. 2 3 balls. Makes it 92-81. A minute to go here in the third. Here's Schroeder. Schroeder tried to feed it to Bryant. Ball got deflected. Schroeder got it back. Gave it to Mitchell out near the half-court line. Mitchell double team. Mitchell 5 on the clock. Mitchell long 3. No rebound tap. Wade has it. Left wing Schroeder. He'll unload. No rebound. Bryant kept it alive. Gave it to Schroeder. Cavs working the offensive glass. 8 on the shot clock. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Mitchell hesitates into the lane. Floats. Missed. A rebound grab by A.J. Lawson. Toronto can play for the final shot. And everybody's up on their feet at Scotiabank Arena. Raptors by 11, 92-81. 10 seconds to go. R.J. Barrett picked up by Tyson on a switch. 5 on the clock. Barrett, right wing. Barrett, 3 ball. No. Rebound. No. And that ends the third quarter of play. Cavaliers will need a fourth quarter rally north of the border. 92-81. Raptors lead it by 11 as we head to the fourth on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off duration, woodscapes, and super deck products May 1st through the 11th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Disney's Descendants, Zombies, and Camp Rock Worlds Collide Tour is coming. Celebrate hit songs from the movies, performed live, starring Malachi Barton, Liamani Segura, Dara Renee, Makana Knife, Hudson Stone, Sway Mbatia, Kiara Romero, and Alexandro Bird. More worlds will collide in a new, bigger show. October 25th at Rocket Arena. Get tickets now at worldscollidetour.com.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Visit rocksports.com to stay up to date on everything you need to know about your Cleveland Cavaliers, Monsters, Charge, high school football, and so much more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch rocksports.com, the home for Ohio sports fans.
Have their work cut out for them. Down 11, 92-81. Toronto leads at the end of 3. Before we start the fourth quarter, let's look at how the Cavs can bring it home tonight in Toronto. Rally and win the game and the series. Bring it home, presented by Rocket. And for Bring It Home, we're going to go back to the home studios with Brad Sellers and Mike Snyder.
All right, thank you, Tim. Brad, the Cavaliers down 11 here. Turnovers have been a problem. Raptors are making their threes. How do the Cavs turn it around here and win this game?
Oh, Mike, we're still in striking distance. We've got to now start to play with a level of opportunity and desperation. We've got to say, who's going to be the guy to get us started here? Somebody's got to get us going, because I just watched Detroit come back from 24 down to take down the Orlando Magic. So it can be done. We have plenty of time, 12 minutes to get it done. We have to figure out a way to say that we want to win this game. And that's with a level of intensity, Mike. Defensively after it, offensively assured of certain of what we're doing, and just go to it.
Cavaliers big two, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, they have 23 points. Barrett and Barnes have combined for 39 for the Raptors. Cavs need to get their big guys going, don't they?
Yeah, well, listen, we've got to get just a way to get everybody involved here. But like I said, you only have 12 minutes to get it done. So defensively, first of all, we got to shut down shut off the faucet to everyone at this point.
All right, defense, can they get some stops and make some shots, Tim? That sounds like the formula as we go back to Tim Alcorn in Toronto.
Cavs with the ball to start the fourth. Schroeder in heavy traffic in the paint. Tried to get it down low to Mobley. Ball squirts free. Allen got it. Gave it to Mitchell. Floats in the lane and rolled it in. Well, the Cavs are going to need a strong fourth from Donovan Mitchell. He starts it with a rolling shot to make it 92-83. Cavs within 9 with 11:25 to go here in Toronto. Here's Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl right of the key. Allen poked it free. Poeltl got it back. Gives it to Barnes. Barnes against Harden. Barnes, 3 on the clock, 2 on the clock. Baseline jumper good. Well, Scotty Barnes, what a series he has had. Makes it 94-83. Cavs down 11 again with Jared Allen for the third time tonight. Ends up down on the floor as A.J. Lawson got tangled up with Jared Allen. Foul will be called on A.J. Lawson. Like Jared Allen. It's been like Joe Frazier. He took on George Foreman. Down goes Allen. 94-83. Cavs down 11. Out front, Mitchell fakes to 3. Donovan right of the lane into the paint. Donovan hooks it up and scores. Well, maybe Donovan will start cooking. 94-85. Cavaliers down 9. 10:45 to go. Detroit rallied, beat Orlando by 14. Shed got it out front to Barrett. Barrett into the paint on Mobley. Barrett left of the lane. Barrett double team in the left corner to Shed. 3 on the clock. Tough 3 partially blocked. Rebound grabbed by Mobley. Mobley ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder up the left side, works his way top of the arc. Schroeder into the paint, spinning, bounce to Allen, back to Schroeder. Schroeder on the left wing in the corner to Mobley. 3 ball, no, rebound, grabbed by A.J. Lawson. Lawson down the floor to Shed, right wing Barrett, 3, in and out, offensive rebound. Barnes gave it in the paint to Lawson, got it back out front to Shed. 8 to shoot for the Raptors. They're up by 9. Right wing Lawson dumps it down low. Allen came and stole the ball. Great anticipation by Allen. Cavs to the other end. Here's Harden on the right sideline. Bounce to Mobley on the wing. Mobley, right of the lane, backing down Barrett. Mobley fouled in the paint. We're going to reach in foul on R.J. Barrett. For Barrett, that's his fourth. But he had 3 early in the second quarter of play. Well, he's been playing for a while with those 3 fouls. As Colin Murray-Boyles will check in, A.J. Lawson will sit down. And Lawson did his damage with a couple of 3 balls, 6 points. It'll be Harden to inbound to the right of the Cavalier bench. Bounces it into Mobley. Mobley on the left wing. Mobley left of the lane, driving, and he got fouled by Murray-Boyles. Good, strong move to the hoop by Evan Mobley. Mobley will shoot 2. And for the first time here in the fourth quarter, we'll go courtside. Let's check in with Serena Winters just to the right of the Cavalier bench.
Well, Tim, it's actually interesting watching CMB up close against James Harden. Remember that CMB is a rookie, and he said he was a huge fan of James Harden growing up, said he watched a ton on him. So watching these two go at it tonight has been interesting. He said the only thing that's really surprised him is the way that James Harden sees the game. You can see that he's just analyzing everything with the ball, who's on the weak side corner, just watching and reacting to the defense. I can imagine if you ask James about how Barnes has been this series, he'd be pretty impressed.
Evan Mobley missed that first free throw. The Cavs still down by 9. 94-85, 9:35 to go. Mobley in and out on the second. 2 big misses from Evan Mobley. So it's still a 9-point lead for the Raptors. 9.5 left here at Scotiabank Arena. Here's Scotty Barnes. Free throw line into the paint. Left corner. 3-ball up, way off by Shed. Ball loose on the floor, grabbed by Harden. Harden almost lost the dribble at the half-court line. Harden on the right-hand dribble, comes around Allen. Harden works to the left wing. Harden still on the dribble. Harden between his legs, picked up by Murray-Boyles. Boy, there's that story that Serena just shared. Harden steps right, 3-ball, nope. Rebound grab by Jakob Poeltl. Feeds it to Barnes. Barnes up the right side against Schroeder. Barnes strong to the hoop, laid it in. There wasn't anything Dennis Schroeder could do. Cavs down by 11, 96-85 with 8:40 to go. Mitchell into the paint. Shot puts it up, and it rattled out. Ball deflects to Jamal Shed. Raptors by 11, 8.5 to go. Barnes just runs into Schroeder. Blocking foul called on Dennis Schroeder. He tried to draw the charge from Scotty Barnes. Instead, Schroeder called for the block. That'll be his third. And that'll get Dean Wade back in the game for the Cavaliers. If the Cavaliers don't rally, Game 7 Sunday at Rocket Arena in Cleveland. We already know there will be a Game 7 on Sunday between Detroit and Orlando. Inbounds goes to Poeltl. Poeltl, right of the key, hands it off to Scotty Barnes. Barnes steps inside the arc, met by Allen. Barnes, crossover dribble, shoots, missed. Rebound, Mobley. Evans having a strong night on the glass. That's his 9th rebound. Cavs down 11. Mitchell out front, draws contact, flipped it up. No, but they'll get the foul on Jamal Shed. Donovan Mitchell was looking for a shooting foul right there. Tony Brothers says nope, it'll be side out. Now for Jamal Shed, that is his 5th foul. So you've got Shed with 5, Colin Murray-Boyles with 4, Jacoby Walter with 4. As it'll be Shed taking a seat with those 5 fouls. Jacoby Walter back in. It'll be Donovan Mitchell to inbound over on the far side with 8:11 left and the Cavaliers down by 11. Mitchell throws it into Mobley at the half-court line. Mobley, right of the lane, into the lane, lob left side to Wade, tosses it to Harden, 10 on the shot clock. Harden double team, left corner Wade. Dean, 3, got it! Dean Wade with a 3-ball right in front of his teammates. That's a playoff career high of 10 for Wade. Cavs within 8. And at the other end, timeout taken by Toronto. The Cavaliers have closed it to 8, 96-88, 7:52 to go here in Toronto. And we'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
The best teams have unmistakable identity. They deliver a quality performance every time. At Giant Eagle, fresh is our thing. With produce delivered daily, the finest cuts of meat and seafood, and bakery favorites made on the spot, you always get freshness and quality you can count on. It's who we are. We aim to make game day delicious for every Cavs fan. And we take that seriously, because it matters. Shop freshness for the win at Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The biggest party of the year is here. Zach Brown Band Love and Fear Tour, presented by Margaritaville at Sea. Saturday, July 18th, Rocket Arena. Money, I ain't worried. Zach Brown Band. With special guests. Fix and the Tantrums. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBrownBand.com. Little bit of chicken fried. Don't miss Zach Brown Band. Love and Fear. Live.
Hey, Cavs fans, basketball is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
Mitchell fakes the three. Donovan right of the lane into the paint. Donovan hooks it up and scores. So maybe Donovan will start cooking. 94-85. Cavaliers down 9. 10:45 to go. Mitchell throws it into Mobley at the half-court line. Mobley right of the lane, into the lane, lob left side to Wade, tosses it to Harden. 10 on the shot clock. Harden double team, left corner Wade. Dean, three, got it! Dean Wade with a three ball right in front of his teammates. That's a playoff career high of 10 for Wade. Cavaliers within 8. 96-88, 7:52 to go, fourth quarter here at Scotiabank Arena. Can the Cavaliers continue the rally, close this gap, and end this series? Hey, do you want to see a Cavs playoff game at Rocket Arena? Well, create a free Cavs rewards account and link your card to be automatically entered to win 2026 Cavs playoff tickets. Join at Cavs.com/rewards. Off the timeout, Toronto with the basketball. Mamu looking to throw it in. Sideline left to Barnes. Barnes against Wade. Barnes back out front to Mamu. Mamu against Harden. Mamu in the lane. Harden right with him. Mamu, tough shot. It didn't go anywhere. And the ball tracked down by Jared Allen. Gives it off to Harden. Harden, left corner, Mitchell. Three ball. Bullseye! Donovan Mitchell hits the three ball, and the Cavs are within 5. 96-91. 7:20 to go. Here's Barnes. Baseline right against Wade. Barnes, no look pass down low, but Mamu couldn't convert. Swings it out front to Walter. Walter gives it off to Murray Boyles. He'll hand it to Barrett. Barrett left to the lane. Barrett one on the clock. Tough shot, no. Didn't hit anything, but no 24-second shot clock violation. Here comes Mitchell with the basketball. Mitchell left to the lane, through traffic, drives and scores. And we've got a three-point game. Timeout, Toronto. Cavaliers with the momentum. Cavaliers within 3. 96-93, 6:54 to go.
And that's an energized Cavalier bench that the Cavaliers are walking to as Toronto heads slowly to their huddle. Timeout Raptors. 6:54 to go. Cavs rallying. 96-93. Raptors on top on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool & Cutter. Cleveland Tool & Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool & Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool & Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota. Like the all-new, all-hybrid Toyota RAV4. Now through May 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 RAV4. Or lease a well-equipped RAV4 LE for just $299 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else. All to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Mamu in the lane. Harden right with him. Mamu, tough shot. It didn't go anywhere. And the ball tracked down by Jared Allen. Gives it off to Harden. Harden, left corner, Mitchell. 3-ball. Bullseye! Donovan Mitchell hits the 3-ball, and the Cavs are within 5. 96-91. 7:20 to go. Here comes Mitchell with the basketball. Mitchell left of the lane, through traffic, drives and scores! And we've got a 3-point game. Timeout Toronto. Cavaliers with the momentum. Cavaliers within 3. 96-93 with 6:54 to go. That's where we stand at Scotiabank Arena. Raptors up, but the Cavs on an 8-0 run. Zarina, let's head to you courtside.
Just a calm, a poise, a confidence from everybody in that huddle, guys. Reminded me of something Kenny said about James Harden. You don't know if you're up 20 or you're down 20. He is the same, and he has been that way throughout all of these huddles, Tim.
Raptors with the basketball off the timeout. Scotty Barnes, left of the lane against Mitchell. Barnes feeds it to Murray. Boyles put it up, and it bounced out. Ball loose on the floor. Out of there with it, Mitchell. 1-on-3. Mitchell, sideline right. Mitchell into the paint. Back out front to Allen. He'll give it to Harden. Harden left to the key. Plenty of time. 14 on the shot clock. Harden on the left wing. Harden matched up against Murray Boyles. Now 7 on the shot clock. Harden surveying that defense. Harden with 4 on the clock. Fires right side. Mobley, 3. Around the rim and out. Rebound grab by Toronto's Jacoby Walter. Raptors still by 3. Right of the lane. Tough shot from Barrett. No. Offensive foul. Tony Brothers with the offensive foul called on Barrett. That's 4 on Barrett. So the Cavaliers still within 3 as we are halfway through the 4th quarter of play. Mobley through the center circle. Mobley comes left of the lane. Lob to Allen. Allen right of the lane. Got it. Blocked on the shot. Ball loose. Mobley has it. Pow with 2 hands. Mobley scooped it up, crushed it home. And it's 96-95. Mobley with 19 along with 11 rebounds. First double-double here in the postseason. Here's Barnes on the right wing. Barnes into the lane. Barnes, tough shot on Allen, and he missed it. Rebound Wade, hands off to Harden. Cavs can take the lead. Harden gets bumped, right corner. Wade, three. No. Rebound, fought for, and Allen reached in and fouled Murray Boyles. Well, Murray Boyles got fouled by Jared Allen. But the thing you wonder about Toronto, without Quickly, without Ingram, playing shorthanded, do they have the gas to get to the finish line? Barnes has played just under 38 minutes. Barrett at 33. Walter at 33. And those are hard minutes. Shed in the lane. Murray Boyles put it up. No, but a foul will be called. And that'll put Murray Boyles at the free throw line. They got Evan Mobley with that foul. That'll be his second. So Colin Murray Boyles, we mentioned during the regular season, a 66% free throw shooter. That has ticked up to 77% in the playoffs against the Cavaliers. And he has been terrific. He's had games of 14, 17, 22, 15. He had 8 the other night. And now he's got 14 tonight. Rookie out of South Carolina. Hails from Columbia, South Carolina. Leads back to 2 at 97-95. CMB. Line right. Left-handed player. Sends the second one up and good. So Colin Murray Boyles pushes that Raptor lead back to 3. 98-95, 5 minutes to go at Scotiabank Arena. Harden has the ball for the Cavaliers in the center circle. Harden with a 12-point game, but he's dished out 8 assists. Harden on the right wing, picked up by Barrett. Harden crossover dribble. Harden into the paint, floats it up, missed it. Harden got it back though. Bounce left side, Mitchell. 3, in and out. Ball tapped out front, race for it at the half-court line, tracked down by Walter. Stops. 3, no. Rebound, Allen. Allen down the floor to Harden. Harden left of the lane. Harden bumped, got his shot blocked. It came back to Harden. Harden right in front of the Cavs bench. Lobs it to Mitchell out near the half-court line. Cavs down 3, 10 to shoot, 4:15 left. Mitchell, 3, around the rim and out. Rebound grab by Jacoby Walter. Toronto by 3 with the ball. Lob right of the lane to Barnes. Barnes against Mitchell. Feeds Walter in the lane. He'll bank and score. So Jacoby Walter with his first points here in the fourth. The lead's back to 5 for Toronto at 100-95 with under 4 to play. Mitchell around to Wade screen. Mitchell tosses it to Dean. Gave it right back to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell holding the ball at the base of the center circle. Cavs stagnant. Mitchell finds Mobley. Pow! In 2 hands. Mobley snuck his way to the rim. Mitchell found him. And Mobley with a rim wrecker makes it 100-97. 3.5 left here in Toronto. Here's Jamal Shed. Shed, lob left of the key to Murray Boyles. Got it out front to Barnes. Barnes running on fumes. Barnes had it ripped away by Mobley. Gave it off to Mitchell. Mitchell running the lane into the paint. Mitchell put it up and good. Evan Mobley with arms like snakes with the steal and the feed to Mitchell, and Donovan with 22, 11 in the fourth. Timeout Raptors. Cavs with a quick 4 to get to within 1. 100-99. Raptors lead it. 2:57 to go as the Cavaliers and the Raptors are going to battle this one down to the final buzzer. 1-point lead for Toronto. It'll be Raptors ball when we come back after this wild card timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Home means everything to you. So when rates drop, you don't just sit back. Rocket Mortgage watches the market to help you save money when the time is right. We make refinancing simple and savings even simpler. Never miss a new lower monthly payment with Rocket Mortgage. Learn more at rocketmortgage.com or call 1-800-4ROCKET for cost information and conditions. Conditions apply. Not a commitment to lend. Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Here we go, 2:57 left, Toronto basketball. They're up by 1. Cavaliers rallying here in the 4th. Here's R.J. Barrett against Mitchell. Barrett, run of the lane, Mitchell right with him. R.J. now double team, bounce down low, poked away by Allen. What a defensive play by Jared Allen. Cavaliers with the basketball, down 1, 2:38 left. Mitchell out front. Donovan crossover into the paint. Lob. Tried to get it to Mobley. He couldn't corral it at the rim. Out of there with it, Scotty Barnes. Right corner to Shed. Got it out front. Barrett. His 3. No. Rebound Donovan Mitchell. 2:20 to go. Cavs down 1. Mitchell double teamed at the half-court line. Fights through it. Comes to the left wing. Baseline left. Being harassed by Barnes. Donovan on the dribble right in front of the Cavalier bench. Mitchell with 8 on the clock around a Mobley screen. Mitchell, top of the key. Mitchell gets by Walter and then had his shot blocked by Walter. Mitchell down in a heap. Barnes to the other end. Hands to Murray Boyles. Right corner to Shed. Out front, Walter. 3. Got it. Wow. Leads back to 4 at 103-99 with under 2 minutes to go. This place roaring. Harden into the paint. Left corner Mobley. Evan 3. Got it! Evan Mobley quiets the crowd. Hits the 3 ball right in front of the Cavalier bench. And it's a 1-point game. 103-102 Raptors. I think everybody just caught their breath. The fans, the players, and the broadcasters. Here's Jamal Shed. Shed got it out front to Barnes. Raptors by 1. 4 on the clock. Barnes met by Mitchell. Barnes at the foul line. Leans in. Finger rolled and missed it. Tipped it up. No. Whistle and a foul. They're going to get James Harden with the foul. And official Justin Van Dyne saying you got him on the arm. Barnes shooting 2. 1:17 to go. Scotty Barnes absolutely gassed as he leans over at the free throw line. Shooting 2 with 1:17 left and the Raptors up by 1. 103-102. Barnes missed that first free throw. He's played just under 42 minutes, 22 points, 13 assists, 3 block shots. But he missed a critical free throw there. Second one from Barnes. Got it. So Scotty Barnes with 23. Cavaliers down 2. 104-102. 112 left. Cavs have 2 timeouts. Toronto has 1. Harden at the half-court line. Harden changing hands on the dribble. Harden gets a screen from Wade. Harden on the left wing. 7 on the clock. Harden being chased, baseline left, hemmed in, fires right corner Wade, 3 ball, no rebound. Jared Allen got it out front to Mitchell. 50 seconds to go. Allen saves the possession. Mitchell on the left wing. Mitchell steps left, 3, in and out, rebound, grabbed by R.J. Barrett. It was halfway down for Donovan Mitchell. Toronto by 2, 30 seconds to go. Barnes on the slow dribble, just inside the half-court line, left wing. Barnes right side to Barrett. Barrett with 6 on the shot clock. Barrett 4 on the clock. Barrett pounded by Allen. Barrett left wing, top 3, no. And it's a 24-second shot clock violation. Cavs will have the ball. They'll put 15.6 on the clock. Cavaliers will have the ball down by 2. 104-102. Cavaliers with a chance to tie or win. Trailing by 2 with 15.6 to go. We'll take a wild card timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
ASAP Rocky presents Don't Be Dumb Tour. Live in Cleveland. ASAP Rocky performing at Rocket Arena Friday, May 29th. The new album, Don't Be Dumb, is out now. Get tickets now at rocketarena.com. This is the dumbest tour of all time. ASAP Rocky, presented by Cash App.
Rod Stewart. A night of hit after hit after hit. August 11th, Rocket Arena. Rod Stewart with special guest Richard Marx. Tickets on sale now at rocketarena.com. Don't miss an electrifying night with the icon, Rod Stewart. One last time.
(104-102). Cavs down 2, 15.6 to play. Let's pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Well, we have talked all season long, and really for 2 seasons, about the magic that Kenny Atkinson has in drawing up plays out of timeouts. Well, he better reach into his magical bag right now. Cavaliers down 2, 104-102, 15.6 to go. Cavaliers will send to the floor Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Dean Wade, Max Strus checks in for the Cavaliers, along with James Harden. So Harden, Mitchell, Strus, Wade, and Mobley. Cavs down 2, 15.6 to go. Toronto looking to hang on, send it to a Game 7. Cavaliers looking for the huge fourth quarter comeback. Strus looking to get it in, and he calls time. Toronto defended the inbounds well, although Dean Wade got knocked down in the process. Right now, let's head courtside with Serena. Serena, the interesting move by Kenny Atkinson, putting Max Strus in for this final possession with 15.6 on the clock.
Yeah, look, he's just a winner, right? Knows how to make plays. But one of the things we're also looking to do right now is we want to see who's matched up with R.J. Barrett and attack from there. That was one of the things that I saw in that last huddle, Tim. So we'll be on the lookout again for that when they come out of this one.
Again, the Cavaliers being led tonight by by Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley with an outstanding game, 24 points, as he has wrapped up another double-double. Evan Mobley with a 24-point, 11-rebound game. Mitchell with 22. And then after that, Jared Allen with 14. James Harden with 12. But Harden does have 9 assists and 8 rebounds. For the Cavaliers, that was their final timeout. So they do need to get it in, as the Cavaliers are out of timeouts. Cavs will have the ball in the forecourt. Down 2, 104-102. Give Toronto credit, without Quickly and now tonight without Brandon Ingram. They have gotten tremendous performances. Jacoby Walter with 24. Scotty Barnes with 23. So Strus will try it again over on the far sideline. Strus looking. He's got to get it in. Strus lob right side to Mobley. Mobley on the move into the paint. Evan drives, scores! Evan with 11.6 to go. Took it right to the rim. And Evan Mobley ties the game at 104 with 11.6 to go. There was no hesitation. Strus got it to Mobley in the right corner, And Evan Mobley just took it right to the rim on Colin Murray Boyles. Mobley lays it in to tie the game at 104. Timeout, Toronto. And now Toronto has taken their final timeout. So the Raptors with an opportunity to win the game right here. Of course, the Cavaliers would love to create a turnover. A Toronto miss. Keep in mind the Cavs are out of timeout. So a Toronto miss. The Cavaliers can't call time. They would need to advance the ball off that miss and go for a last-second shot. As Darko Rajakovic huddles his troops, Kenny Atkinson huddling the Cavaliers down to our left. What a titanic struggle this has been here at Scotiabank Arena. Cavaliers needed a big rally here in the fourth quarter of play, and they executed that. They were down 11 going into the fourth. They've wiped out that 11-point deficit. They have not taken the lead here in the fourth quarter of play, but they rallied to tie it at 104. And now Toronto will get their shot. Jamal Shed, far side, will inbound. Shed with Harden on him. Shed looking. Shed still trying to get it in. Toronto's out of timeout. Shed with the long pass into the backcourt to Scotty Barnes, and here we go. Barnes through the center circle. Barnes with 5 on the clock. Barnes with 4. Barnes on the dribble. Barnes, baseline. Shed's jumper. No! It rolled off. It bounced around a couple of times. We are headed to overtime. Barnes found Shed on the baseline. He got a nice look. Baseline jumper. It bounced around and tantalizingly hung there before it fell off. And so the Cavaliers and the Raptors will play a little more basketball here at Scotiabank Arena. First overtime game in the series, 104 as we head to the extra session. Cavaliers with that rally in the fourth quarter of play. And then Evan Mobley with the bucket to tie it. And then Toronto with a chance to win it. Couldn't hit the baseline jumper from Jamal Shed. And as we were saying, this is a Toronto team shorthanded tonight, and they have logged heavy minutes for their starters. Scotty Barnes at 43 minutes. Jacoby Walter at 38. R.J. Barrett at 38. Colin Murray Boyles at 35. Cavaliers, they're high as far as minutes are concerned. James Harden with 39. Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell each with 36. So if fatigue does indeed become a factor here in the overtime session, Cavaliers may have some fresher ball players than Toronto. Again, a Toronto win sends this to Cleveland on Sunday for a Game 7. Cavalier win, and they win this series in 6 games. And then we can tell you, by the way, we have been informed, if the Cavaliers were to win tonight, Game 1 against either Orlando or Detroit would be on Tuesday. Now, of course, if Detroit wins their Game 7, that Game 1 Tuesday would be in Detroit, as the Pistons would have home court advantage. Boy, if Orlando can rebound after that devastating Game 6 loss tonight in Orlando, where they were up 24 and ended up losing that game to the Pistons. But if Orlando can bounce back and win Game 7 in Detroit, then Game 1 Tuesday night would be at home to the Orlando Magic. But we've got 5 minutes of basketball here at Scotiabank Arena before we look ahead to that next round. Serena, what do you have for us before we start the overtime?
Tim, out of every huddle that I have been in tonight, that one was the most loose, the most lighthearted. Everybody smiling that one. Kenny came in and just said, hey, guys, just play basketball. You know what to do. He's not trying to put too much pressure on these guys.
Cavs win the tip. Harden out front to Mobley. Huge game for Evan, 26 points. Mobley, right of the lane, back to the basket, gives it to Harden. Harden right at the key. Harden backs up behind the arc. Harden lob right side to Mobley, right back to Harden. 5 on the clock. Harden against Murray Boyles. Harden 2 on the clock. Harden fade away from the foul line, hung on the rim and fell off. Rebound grab by Scotty Barnes. Cavs miss on their first opportunity here in the extra
session. You hit the like button? Come on,
Toronto
hit the like button.
And we are tied at 104. Shed into the lane. Left of the lane to Boyles. Put it up. Bounced it around the rim and in. So first points of the OT go to the Raptors. 106-104 with 4:10 left. We're in overtime in Toronto. Game 6. Closeout opportunity for the Cavaliers. Here's Mitchell near the half-court line. Donovan Mitchell against Walter. Mitchell, left wing jumper, bounced around the rim and fell off. Rebound loose on the floor, and Barnes able to come up with that loose ball. Jared Allen couldn't hang on to it. Barnes spinning on Wade. Barnes pushes off, got it out front. Barrett 3, no. Rebound Jared Allen for the Cavaliers. 3:38 to go in the overtime. Cavs down 2. Mobley, lob right side to Harden. He's got a pass to the basket. Laid it up and in. James Harden, great recognition. Drove to the hoop and tied the game at 106. 3:25 to go in the extra session. Each team does get 2 timeouts in overtime. So 2 timeouts for each club. Here's Shed. Baseline right to Murray Boyles. Back to Shed. 6 on the clock. Shed weaves his way out front on the handoff to Barnes. Barnes 2 on the clock. Barnes just threw it up, missed it. Rebound grab by Mobley. Cavs can take the lead. Here's Mobley into the forecourt. Mobley against Barnes. Mobley on the handoff to Harden. Under 3 to go in the OT. Harden gets a screen from Wade. Harden changing hands on the dribble against Barrett. Harden 6 on the clock. Harden right of the key. Harden 4 on the clock. Right corner Wade. 3-ball Dean. No. Rebound Harden. Lob out front to Mitchell. So Harden keeps that possession alive. Mitchell holding the ball at the half-court line. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell, sideline left. Mitchell almost lost a dribble. Drives by Barrett. Floats. No. Rebound Allen. Got it out front to Harden at the half-court line. Cavaliers crashing the boards. Harden, tough 3. No, but a whistle and a foul. Will they give Harden 3 free throws? No. Side out. I'll tell you what, there are 2 exhausted teams on this floor right now. Well, actually, we've got, I believe Shed just fouled out on that play. And Darko Rajakovic wants to challenge because that would be a huge, huge loss for Toronto. So they are going to challenge. 106-106, 2:17 to go here at Scotiabank Arena. Boy, the last 2 playoff games for Evan Mobley.
Defensive foul, Toronto. The player's been challenged by Toronto.
So there you hear Tony Brothers. But the last 2 playoff games for Evan Mobley. The 23.9 rebound game on Wednesday night when the Cavaliers were teetering on the brink of going down 3-2 in this series. And then tonight, Evan Mobley, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 3 of 6 from downtown. He has been tremendous for the Cavaliers in the last 2 games. As Evan Mobley making his mark in this series. You heard the reaction from the crowd as they showed the replay up on the Humongotron here at Scotiabank Arena. Serena, you were pretty close to that play down there. What'd you see?
Well, Tim, what I actually was wanting to tell you, you're talking about the offense of Evan Mobley, but there was 2 huge rebounds by Jared Allen already in this overtime. And listen, this is a guy that only had 4 rebounds in this entire game, but in that last huddle, all the guys went around him and they said Dr. J.A. That's his nickname for him. He came up with some big rebounds.
Well, that's a successful challenge for Toronto, as you heard Tony Brothers.
Keep their timeout. It's their first challenge. They retain the ability to challenge for the rest of the game.
So Shed has not fouled out, and they call the foul on Harden. So they switch it to an offensive foul. Boy, what a huge challenge by the Raptors. They win the challenge. Shed does not foul out. Offensive foul on Harden. Toronto gets the basketball. And we are tied at 106. R.J. Barrett, right wing to Shed. Gave it back to Barrett. Barrett, right of the lane. Will shoot on Jared Allen and miss it. Offensive rebound, Murray Boyles, right corner. R.J. Barrett drives the baseline. Bounce in the lane. And it rolls out of bounds off the foot of R.J. Barrett. And so with exactly 2 minutes to go, the Cavaliers have it in a 106-106 tie. Mitchell on the baseline, throws it into James Harden. If this goes 7, I don't know who will be left standing. These teams are exhausted. Allen, left wing to Harden. Harden in front of the Cavalier bench. Harden on the right-hand dribble. Harden, 6 on the clock. Bounce right side to Mitchell. Mitchell back out front to Harden. 3 on the clock. Harden stops at the foul line. Shoots. Rolled it around the rim and in, and the Cavaliers lead. Cavs are up 108-106 with a minute and a half to go in the OT. Barnes in the lane to Murray Boyles. Out front to Shed. Back to Scotty Barnes. Barnes leans into Wade and hits. Scotty Barnes. First points in the overtime. Ties the game at 108-25 for Barnes. Mobley into the forecourt. 15 on the shot clock. Mobley on the handoff to Harden. Harden's got Shed on him. Shed with 5 fouls. Harden around an Allen screen. Harden now draws Barrett. 4 on the clock. Harden crossover dribble. 3 ball. No, long rebound. Mobley saved it in, but he saved it into Barnes. Under a minute to go. Barnes to Murray Boyles, and Mitchell knocked it out of his hands, out of bounds. Great hands by Donovan Mitchell. 53.9 to go. Toronto with 19 to shoot. 108-108 tie. Each team still hanging on to those 2 timeouts they got in the overtime. Shed to inbound. Got it in Walter. Baseline runner. No, rebound Allen. As Serena said, Jared Allen has come up with some huge boards here in the overtime. 108-108, 40 seconds to go. Cavs basketball. Mitchell on the right sideline. Mitchell, top of the key, right of the lane. Drive, scoop, scored! Donovan Mitchell gives the Cavs a 110-108 lead. 33.7 to go. Timeout Raptors. Mitchell with 24. He has come alive in the second half with 17 in the third and fourth quarter and in overtime. Timeout Raptors. Cavs need a stop. We will keep it right here. The Cavaliers held Toronto to 12 points in the fourth quarter of play to tie this game at 104 heading to the overtime. And now here in the OT, they have limited the Raptors to 4. And the Cavaliers looking for one more defensive stop. 110-108. Cavaliers lead it. Evan Mobley tied the game with a driving shot with 15 seconds left. And now Donovan Mitchell gives the Cavaliers their first lead in a long, long time. As Mitchell takes it right to the rim and scores, puts the Cavs up 110-108. And the way these 2 teams have gone at it, the Cavaliers desperately wanting to close this game out tonight and get a few days rest, knowing that game 1 in the next series would be Tuesday, either at home to Orlando or on the road in Detroit. But the Cavalier team and Toronto, they are laying it all on the line tonight. Here we go. R.J. Barrett inbounding far sideline. Barrett looking, got it in. Murray Boyles back to Barrett. Barrett into the paint. Barrett against Allen. Barrett nowhere to go. Bounces it to Shed. Shed spins around Allen and draws the foul on Jared Allen. So it'll be Shed heading to the free throw line. Jamal Shed shooting 2 with 25.6 to go. Shed has 2 threes in the ball game. That's it. First trip to the free throw line as Scotiabank Arena quiets. First free throw rolled in. So Shed got the roll. And he got Toronto to within 1 at 110 to 109. Shed line right. 1 dribble. He shoots it. He missed it. Rebound Mobley. The quick handoff to Harden. Cavaliers up by 1. Mitchell double teamed at the half-court line. Fouled with 18.8 to go. Shed split the pair. And it'll be Mitchell heading to the free throw line for the Cavaliers with 18.8 to go. Kenny Atkinson will get Max Strus and Dennis Schroeder in the game. Actually, Mitchell not shooting, as that was the first on Toronto in the extra session. So it'll be Mobley to inbound over on the far side. Mitchell not at the line. Mobley to inbound with the Cavs up 1. Mobley throws it into Schroeder in the backcourt. Schroeder being chased. Schroeder shy of the midcourt line. Schroeder gets across the midcourt. Right side to Mobley. Did it get knocked out of his hands? No, off Mobley, out of bounds. Oh, the Cavaliers with a costly turnover. Evan couldn't handle it on the far sideline. Toronto will get a crack. 10.9 to go. The Cavaliers turn it over. Toronto down 1. They inbounds to Barnes. Barnes into the forecourt against Wade. Barnes into the paint. Out front, Barrett 3. No good. It went in. It went in. Unbelievable. A huge bounce off the back of the rim, and it fell through. Are you absolutely kidding me? R.J. Barrett with a long 3. It hit off the back of the rim, bounced about 2 feet above the backboard, and fell through. Toronto up 112-110. Timeout Cavs. 1.2 to go. An absolutely miraculous occurrence for the Raptors. That ball went about 3 or 4 feet above the backboard after it hit off the back of the rim. So the Cavaliers down 2, 112-110. 1.2 to go. Cavaliers will advance the basketball. An absolutely miraculous bounce for the Raptors. Cavaliers will send Strus along with Mitchell, Harden, Mobley, and Wade to the floor. It'll be Harden over on the far side to inbound. Cavaliers 1.2 away from either sending this game to a second overtime, winning it on a 3, or a game 7. 1.2 to go. Harden, far sideline. Harden looking into Mobley. Evans, 3. Hit the front of the rim and it fell off. And there will be a game 7 in Cleveland on Sunday. R.J. Barrett with a unbelievable, incredible, miraculous 3-point shot for the Raptors to win it 112-110. This series is tied at 3 games apiece. The 7th and deciding game will take place at Rocket Arena on Sunday. One of the more incredible